complained to StreamYard, and they sent me back an email, and they said, "Oh, the 4K thing is not for. You don't get to stream in 4K on the advanced plan. You only get to download a local copy in 4K." And I'm like, "Well, why the fuck would I do that?" Oh, we're live, by the way. Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
I'm here with
I
my.
see the thing. See the thing. I was just like that's I'm listening to what you're saying and it sounds dumb.
It is. It's really dumb. Cause so I was thinking like, here we go. I can like mooch a credit out of this because it's not working. No, they're like, nah, that was just never part of the plan anyway. It just doesn't work like that.
Did you put links in the Discord and stuff like that?
Oh no, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go and have a look at the Discord because there is a funny little. Oh shit! Hold on. I got to.
Oh, I see Chris is there and
Wait, no,
in
I
the
need to. Oh yeah, Chris. Wait, but I
in the
asked him to come on too, but I was like, I'll give you. I'll let you know what's going on, and then I just like didn't. Hold on.
Yeah, we should
What am
get
I
all
doing?
the peeps on. All of the peeps.
Yeah, hold on. Let's just go copy that.
We may as well make it a shit show.
YOLO. What's up, Cosmic? Now, hold on. I'll put it in the chat first. Paste.
Because
See if anyone wants to jump on, just click on that motherfucker. Can't come on but listening, chatting. Yeah, no worries, dude. But where's because I had to restart this. Dude, for everyone that wasn't listening to my rant before, I like a Windows update. Started deleting services, like deleted IQ off my computer, so then I couldn't manipulate the gimbal on my camera. And then so I just fucking had to reinstall shit at the last minute, and then it wouldn't reinstall, so I had to go manually into the program files and start deleting stuff. But then they were used by other system services at the time, so I had to find those system services, kill them. Anyway,
that
what was I doing?
all of that sounds really terrible. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I know this isn't like super interesting right now because it's like a bunch of silence, but I'm just like,
No, it's gonna
copying links.
it's gonna be super interesting.
It's gonna be super interesting. Oh yeah, this is what I was. Yeah, yeah, we're live. Yes,
It's gonna be super interesting.
come join us. Now this is. I put out a call before. Oh wait, we got chats. Come on and listening, chatting. That was me. Yeah, Cosmic's got a second job. He's like working the grind at the
A
bar, and
second
then
job. Oh my goodness, he's one of those. He's one of
one
those.
for the government and one for like a bar. I think I got that right, haven't I, Cosmic? Just randomly found you on here. Just got finished watching a spooky flick with the wife. About to start getting ready for bed. Oh, good, brother. I will see you tomorrow, though. Yeah. It's like this time tomorrow. Hey, Chris.
Just got finished watching a spooky flick.
Windows up. Fucking. I mean, that Windows update usually doesn't cunt me out like that, but it really, you know. What's up, Yeti? What's he wearing? Couch cover.
What? Why did?
He's
A
making fun of
couch
your
cover from
fucking
the
leopard
80s.
print.
What kind of couch is leopard print?
07s.
No, it's
Retard.
actually it's my wife's blanket because let me tell you, my wife likes to keep this fucking house as cold as can be.
The banging therapist. What is the
Yeah,
banging who used PooTube? I don't know, but it's good that we can bring through the Rumble chats now. That's good. Is that a leopard print snuggie? Is it a snuggie? It's just a,
I
what did you just
wish it's
say?
just a fucking blanket. If it was a snuggie, oh my god, let me tell you, Yeti or Flapper, Flipper, whatever the fuck your name is. Thanks for being here, first of all. But if it was a snuggie, I would be the happiest man in the world.
So I put out a call. I was like, what did I say? I need AI help for the following prompt. A moose and a koala dressed as Secret Service agents in dark blue suits with black sunglasses standing behind President Donald Trump on stage at a campaign rally. President Trump should be recognizable with his distinct hairstyle and red tie. I didn't, that was just an AI thing that, but anyway, this is what, is that user, Mafaku? Is that user?
Huh?
Anyway, he comes up with these ones.
Yes, it is.
I think this is funny. I don't know what engine he's using here, but these are some fun little attempts. This one, I don't know.
Trump wearing a hat, and the koala, it looks like he's wearing a hat too.
Yeah, no, it just kind of looks like you're eating the president's head. That's what it looks like. I was seeing some Pornhub videos that have leopard print couches on there, just saying.
Nice.
Wait, aren't you Sean?
I am Sean, but there is another.
There is another.
There is another.
Okay. This was way funnier when I looked at it the first time. These were my attempts.
If it was a Snuggie, you'd be the gayest man in the world. I love it. You know what I was actually going to do, and I forgot to do. I was actually gonna be on stream in my hot dog costume. I was gonna do that, but I just forgot.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since you had the hot dog costume.
It has been a while since I streamed in it. Yeah.
I wanted them all jumping out of a burning building. What did we end up going with? This one.
Yeah.
It was really hard to get them to all wear clothing. It just looked like this. And Trump looked a bit jihadi here. I don't know why.
Those are like pouches for his ammunition.
No, I know, but it's the way he's got his hands flailed about, and I know, but it's just it just gives off a vibe. Whereas the other one doesn't, and he's still got the same equipment. See what I mean? And plus, the guns are wicked. Guns are fun.
Sure are.
Is that a slanket?
I don't know what that.
Oh, a snack bar. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's? I forgot about these ones. These are great. I don't know. Somehow Trump ended up with a black koala baby. See how he's got little bit like. Zoom up on that.
He does have a black koala baby, and he's got medals. Why has he got medals?
I don't know, but he's also got koala.
That's the most jacked moose I've ever seen.
I think that's very funny. And then it just started getting. It just started going from there. I don't know how that sort of. But I mean, this is sort of. This baby has no body.
Yep.
I don't know how this ended up in the mix, but.
I don't know. And for anybody wondering, this is the Getting Railed Behind the Scenes Discord. This is my Discord for my community, which basically Danny's pretty much running. And it's a fun time. It's a fun time. It's a community, so it can be found easily. I could probably do an invite. That's probably the appropriate thing to do if anyone was interested. But yeah, that's what he's showing right now.
If you want to join, you can wait, how do I do that? I go here. Create invite. Edit invite link. Wait, no. Never expire.
I don't even have YouTube up.
Yeah, but I can just put it in Discord here, and then I'll do that, and now it should go to like all the things, right? I don't think that goes through to Rumble though.
Well,
anyway,
how does it go through?
Like it goes through to Twitter and YouTube, but like when I put it in the StreamYard chat, I mean,
Oh, I don't. I am at that point in my life, being 40 years old. I'm at that point where I my knowledge of technology has like, sort of like branched off from what a younger person now knows, and I'm beginning to know less and less and less about the shit that comes out.
yeah, I'm
To
starting to feel that fight as well.
I'm heading at the point where pretty soon I'm just gonna be yelling at clouds.
I mean, it's. I was always considered to be like a bit of a tech whiz, but like I'm feeling that fight these days. Like
Oh yeah, I used
there's
to be a
just
tech
so
whiz.
much
I
to
used to be
keep up
fantastic.
with, huh?
I used to be oh yeah, I was a absolute tech whiz, but now I
Right.
don't know the last I don't know how many years I couldn't keep up with it. Uh, Whether it be like dealing with like family or me working a million hours a week, I couldn't, and so I kind of stopped. And now that I'm sort of dabbling again, I'm like I don't fucking know. I'm like 4 steps behind.
So Cosmic says he would never have thought you were 40. He did
Oh, well,
think
thank
you were
you.
50 though.
That's fair. That's fair. I
He's just
do look like I have been fucked hard and put away wet. I do understand that.
Cosmic is a little cunt at this time of night because he gets pierced at work. He has a few little he sucks a few back at work and then like comes home, he's like, I'm gonna troll that cunt in the leopard print. Anyway, what else is going on? That was that was that. Do you know what I noticed last time when we were presenting on this thing? Because I was trying to do that 4K shit. Um, when I could, no one could see anything. I tried watching the stream back, and it was just like all janky and crap.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you could still hear it when that chick was like, you know, spewing out like racist expletives. I nearly got my channel like mute, but that's fun. That's part of the fun.
Oh goodness.
I just really want to hear this one more time.
I don't know what this is.
I might get like, I don't know if they'll ding me for this. They probably will because they're like deleting comments and shit. Have you never seen this?
No. What is it?
No.
Who is this small girl?
When old Donald used to run the country, he subdivision tried to build a wall.
This is the left thing cringe. This is the Marsh family.
He's got convictions.
He did the nasty
And undermine the
Constitution. They say words funny, just like shoehorn it into the melody. Oh, Kamala for the election. Yeah, but then guess what? They're British. But look, this is funny because I'm Australian and you're Canadian and we're wearing MAGA hats. But these guys are like fully like making like election material. I don't know if like it's it's really like because it went viral on Twitter, of course. You seem like you stunned into silence, or
I am absolutely fucking staggered because at no point can you actually say, can you name a time where he's undermined the Constitution? In fact, if anything, Donald Trump has taken the Constitution and cradled it and rocked it to sleep, going, "Shh, baby, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
Yeah.
okay." That's what he's done to the Constitution. All of this stuff. Oh, he's undermined it. You can't tell me how because you're too stupid to fucking know even what is in the Constitution. I'm just a mere Canadian, and why do I know the Constitution better than the average American? I shouldn't. It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
but somehow I do.
Well-
These fucks are like, oh, he undermined it. How did he do that? But then they'll go, well, he tried to use fake electors. Did he? What about 1960 Hawaii and Ronald Reagan? Do you know what the fuck you're talking about? Donald Trump. The problem is with Donald Trump, he knows the Constitution and he actually tried to follow the fucking rules. Oh my God, these people, they drive me insane.
It gets worse. Like,
Of course it does.
it gets worse. Chris says, this reminds me of that Asian lady you played before me. Oh, the yeah, that's what's it?
Aren't bump stocks back?
She's psycho, a little bit psycho, and now she's screaming, "Oh my mind." That's it,
Sean
right?
brings up a point. He did ban bump stocks.
Oh, see,
But they're back, though. Bump stocks are back on the menu, I think.
Screaming, my mind. Sorry, someone's been crazy out the front here. What does the one girl look like? She's from another guy. This one, wait, this one?
Yeah, that one. Like the mailman.
She does, doesn't she?
Like the mailman was like Mexican or something. And then he came up to drop the mail and he was like, "Oh, hello, mija." And then you know.
We've just uncovered a national secret.
Probably.
But yeah, they're British, and they like it's just funny. I think because
This
I
is
don't know.
more
There's
cringe
something
than
about the
Yono
lyrics
Square?
are written. Like you can, I think it's fine to like as a foreigner to write music about the U.S. election. We're commenting on it. We seem invested. I think you gotta like adjust your lyrics though.
I like that
I don't know.
no square one where they're like, "Oh, my no square. You can't go there. No touching. My no square."
What are you talking about?
Don't you remember? Was it Finland or Sweden or some fucking Scandinavian country? They spent like a fucking gajillion dollars on their little like, "Don't touch my no square." That little song about, hey, migrants, stop raping us. You're not allowed to do that.
No square. Who fucking comes on with that?
Well, just look it up, man.
How do you not know the no square? I don't. No square. Well, maybe because I'm like an adult and use real words. Look up Diddy Go Away Records. Okay, hold on, hold that thought. We just got to endure a little bit more of this because you know.
You see, she's safer than him with money. She'll try to regulate the sale of guns. She's bringing measures that offer
Hope not fear, healthcare and abortion.
We know the street with the neighbors' borders. We're trying to change an immigration. Don't want a president.
Every little TION word they're doing like Sheehan to fucking fit it into the thing. I think it's really bad. But if anything, I do think this is a really good ad for abortion. Don't you?
Yes, it is.
Gonna go for a smoke. Oh, give me hope, Kamala. Up, Kamala, give me hope, Kamala, for the election. What is this song? Here it is. Give me hope, Joanna. I've never heard it before. Anyway, I've had enough of that. That I just wanted to get that off my chest. Now, moving on to something like a little bit like unrelated.
No.
What?
We're moving on to something very related.
Okay. You do that.
Well, it's like fucking Canadian internet being gay. Oh, don't let me down. Oh, it's letting me down.
Stop.
Okay.
Don't touch me there. This is my no square. Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no square.
Canada is
No, that's not that's
Well,
not
who
a
did
Canada
that?
thing. That's like
Who did
Swe-
that?
that's like Sweden or some shit.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll just maybe I don't know how to follow up onto that.
Yeah. Finland paid how much? What would you say for that?
Look
A
at this
lot of
crowd
money.
at the so Donald Trump, President Donald Trump went to Butler in Pennsylvania again yesterday to finish the rally where he was shot at like where was it? In July 13th, was it?
J13.
Yeah. And look at the fucking crowd. Isn't that insane? There's definitely a bigger crowd than was there the first time.
How many people do you think is in
That
that
looks
crowd?
like that looks
About-
like I don't know, maybe 200,000 people, maybe 100,000. 100,000, I'm going to say.
I have no judge of people. I'm like, what is that? Like 1,000 people? I have no idea. Like size
No,
and
it's
scale?
more
I have
than
no idea.
1,000. It's
I'm
about
so
100. I'd
retarded.
say that's about 100,000 people. Probably no more. Because think about a very large stadium. Most of those go up to about like 120,000 seats at the most. Like a regular size stadium would be about 50 or 60,000 seats. I don't know, man. I'm thinking Australian stadiums. Maybe they're different in the US and in Canada, but like here, I think Australia's largest stadium is like 90,000 seats or something like that.
Yeah,
And
it was big, and there was like hundreds of millions of people watching.
Yeti says about 40,000. Yeah, I could be like way off. Hold on. What does others say? No one else has given guesses. I'd make something like that for a meal. What are you talking about? A meal. Posted on Discord. What is?
Yeah, he posted the No Square song.
Oh,
We've already played that.
75K is a giant stadium here. Okay, so yeah, so that's about like the same as what we do here because like I think 90,000 seats is the maximum, like the largest stadium we have. And so like all the rest of them are about like 50, 60,000.
Yeah,
And that there would surely would fill a regular stadium. So that's what, 50, 60,000 people?
gotta be. I have no idea. I know it was a lot.
And then, of course, from this, we had, what's his name? Elon Musk going dark MAGA. I'm annoyed that I have to defend this guy so much lately. I mean, he just happens to be saying a bunch of things that I am okay with. But I still don't trust him at all. I think he's really going to milk this dark MAGA thing, but that's cool. So are we. I don't
Well,
mind
I
that.
mean, dark MAGA is it's funny. Like Dark Brandon was funny. Like,
yeah, it
but
is.
I mean,
So everyone,
it only has a certain life before it
how's
has like a
Cosmic not
certain
using?
life, and we're gonna beat it to death like a fucking like dead horse, and then all of a sudden, Dark MAGA is gonna be so cringe. Like this thing has a shelf life of like a month.
It's a week and a half. How is Cosmic not using Rumble? I know he has it. I thought he was. Pretty sure he was using Rumble. I don't trust
Did he
Elon
turn
Vance.
fruit
Thiel,
taco? I could eat a
or
taco
Vivek.
right now. A taco would be delicious.
I don't know enough about Vance. But again, I don't trust any of those other names either. But I don't know fuck all about what's his first name? JD. That's not his name. What is his name?
Who?
JD Vance. JD. What does that mean?
Isn't I don't know.
That's
JD's
not
a
what they-
perfectly fine normal name. It doesn't have to mean anything.
It does. Of course it does. That's not what he. What was he born as? James Donald Bowman.
Oh, it's James Donald. Okay.
Bowman. What's Vance? What is Vance? Where does that come from? It's an American venture capitalist, Marine veteran. Wasn't his thing supposed to be about like? Wasn't he supposed to be like a normal poor guy?
Yeah, he was a normal poor guy, and his mom was a druggie or whatever.
What's this
and,
venture capitalist shit about?
and then he pulled himself up by his bootstraps or whatever. Was it? Wrote a book, got money and went to Harvard or Yale or whatever, and then eventually started doing stuff. Like JD Vance put a lot of money into Rumble.
Vance is his mother's maiden name.
Yeah, he wrote
That's why.
Hillbilly. What's that? It's
hold on,
Hillbilly
he
Elegy
changed-
or whatever.
His name's to James David.
And he apparently, Sean says he played Magic the Gathering, so he must be all right.
Who the fuck? Magic? The what? The sorry? Vance is breast. Vance is. Yeah. But aren't they all like, yeah, whatever. Like, fuck them. I don't really. Yeah, I just. See, I don't know much about Vivek either.
I don't know. They say all the right things, and therefore I'm fine with it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. What else are you gonna pick? What else are you gonna pick right now? He did fucking nail that debate, though, did he not?
He nailed it in a way that
Everyone
I've never
was
actually
frothing in the
seen.
mouth over that. You know what I mean? Oh, give me hope, Kamala.
Yeah. So, anyways, that
No.
I guess getting back on topic there, that song was absolutely it was terrible.
Horrifying, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it gave me cancer. Now, it's my turn to issue out the cancer.
Obama said all the right things, and look where that got us. Yeah. Although, like, in hindsight, did he say all the right things?
He didn't
I don't
say the
know.
right thing.
I don't know if he did say all the right things, to be fair. He said all of the institutionally correct things.
Yeah.
But he wasn't talking like fucking... Like, he wasn't a disruptor. He didn't come in, like, staunchly on for the Constitution and, you know, I mean, he wasn't a conservative, though, so... It's about doing the right things and not saying the right... Exactly, but, I mean...
Sean, that's a good point there. He said all the right nothing.
Oh, he said all the right nothing. Who? Obama?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He did get into office. Yeah, I know. But I mean, who was he against? He was against fucking Romney at one point, wasn't he? That was who was he
Was it
against the first
John
time?
McCain?
John McCain?
Could
No,
you imagine if
who
Sarah
won the
Palin got in
primary
office?
though? Who won the primary?
I can't
What
remember
the
that far
fuck?
back.
That was a really big election too. I don't even remember. McCain.
I
Okay,
don't
it was
even
McCain.
remember.
Romney 12, McCain 08. Okay. Right. So we were both right.
They both sucked. They both sucked. I mean, that's a bad fucking McCain. that's a
Remember,
bad
like,
politician.
do you remember Obama and Hillary against each other in the primaries? That was fun. Because he would
barely.
demolish her. Because she's not a good speaker and he is. Even though they're both liars. He's a way better speaker and orator than she is. And so he would just trample on her during those primary debates. It's pretty interesting because they hate each other. Of course, they hate each other. They all fucking hate each other. There's no love in the fucking
Jeb
Democratic
Bush
Party.
was fun.
Jeb Bush was fun. I like Jeb Bush. If of all the Bushes, to be honest, like I liked him. Even Trump liked him. Like, to what you see towards the end of the fucking primaries when they were going to, because he was like, "Oh, you're low energy," and Jeb would come back with his. They were just. I think he liked Trump as well. I think they were. I think they were friendly with each other. I mean, they're all conservatives.
Could you imagine if Hillary started the birther conspiracy? I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it is. Probably is. I don't know.
I
Okay,
mean, I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna,
put it past her. I just don't see any evidence for it. That's all. I
I'm gonna play this
could believe it though.
I'm gonna play this really cringe thing, and you're all gonna thank me for it. Oh, what we think we look like putting out an election sign in our yards. This is from TikTok, from the Broadway Husbands. I'm muting it 'cause I don't know if that's copyright
Yeah, I was
music.
gonna say.
Like, what is this
It'll
shit?
usually just give us the option to like edit it out with AI.
Like, what is like? What is this shit? Like,
This is that's it's 100% true. That's exactly how it is. Did you see the one that like fucking someone had like a pink Barbie one, Harris Waltz out the front of it was a dude, like a white dude for Harris. Pink.
did you
Speaking of which, when fucking JD Vance, all the all the gays frothed over JD Vance, and I don't know how you would have handled that. And the internet wasn't expecting it, but even all the Democrat gays were just like frothing over JD Vance and his debate and his beard, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that coming at all. But it was I found it very funny. I thought it was funny. See, that was a good move. Like that worked out really well for him because then like he's won over a bunch of Democrats now just because they want to fuck him. Other than that, let's do this like dead silence. Sorry.
all right there we go. Is this better? Are you happy now?
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Juicy
What is
Lucy pepperoni extra cheesy garlic butter burger, baby.
What is this?
This is someone that just hates themselves.
Oh my god, I'm actually really intrigued by this. Yes, melt that cheese. Do it. Wait, what are you putting in it? What is that?
That's pepperoni. Yeah,
Why
it
did you
gets
grease
it.
The cheese will have enough grease. What are you doing?
Yes, this is what I mean. They hate themselves. It's
You
abominable.
don't need extra grease. You need less grease. Pat that on a fucking paper towel, you asshole.
Oh, you should see what. No, they introduced more grease. It just gets worse. Fucking disgusting. Look, there's more cheese on top of that. Like I'm having a heart attack watching this. Now, wait, you think but buns? They're not big enough. Look, let's dip them in like a big bunch of oil.
Oh my god. Yeti says now I'm even more gay for their opinion having any sway over me. That's fair. That's valid.
Now you're even more gay. Having my opinion, sweat. I don't get it.
Well, because I changed
Oh,
my
'cause
blanket into a Star Wars one.
Oh. Okay, so now so
If anything, I should be more gay because I'm gonna have a Star Wars blanket.
they've all got
Millennium
the buns have
Falcon.
cheese in them as well now. I don't know what's going on that. Is that flour or something? Because they're putting them in that. Yeah, more pepperoni.
Okay, I really want to eat this. I'm not gonna lie. Less
Oh,
less
you're
some of the
fucking
grease.
Disgusting.
No, less the grease. I want to eat it.
And that's how it came. I mean, it's just
How
not.
many calories do you think
doesn't.
are in that?
First of all, I don't think pepperoni should be going with the burger like that. I don't think it belongs. That looks fucking disgusting, dude.
No way, man.
It's drip. It's like swimming in oil. That's horrible.
Yes, that is horrible. Okay, but how many calories do you think that's
Doesn't that
10,000
make you? But
calories?
like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've got older, dude. Like, I tried to eat some hot chips the other day, and like, see that oil? It just the oily shit really makes me sick now. Like,
Oh, I agree. Oh, I 100% agree. Okay, so I'm at the age
I used to
now,
love it.
40 years old. I'm at the age
What's
now
up,
that
Red Bull
if I'm
Jack?
not careful, if I eat something inappropriate before bed, I have fucking wicked heartburn all night. And I'm like, what the hell? I used to be able to eat and drink anything I wanted, like while I was sleeping, and I would be fine. But no,
No, I get like not like the taste of the oil. It might be the texture of it. I don't know, but it just makes me feel nauseous.
oh,
Like,
it'll
it
give you the
turns my
wicked
stomach.
shits too. The wicked is worst oily shits. No, I'm too old for
Yeah,
this shit now. I'm like, no,
yeah.
I'll have a nice cup of tea and a fucking crumpet or something. Like,
So, because once upon a time that used to be a delayed thing. Like, you would have it'd be like heavenly for like a 30 minutes, and then it's like, oh, I really regret eating that now. But now, as soon as I put it in my mouth, I'm like, oh, this is just this is not good. I don't. I taste gross, and it makes me feel sick immediately. So there's no
all right.
what is
So,
this? Okay, hold on.
yeah,
How do
you
I?
just put something in the chat. I just opened it. Do you want me to play it?
How did you open that? Because how can I it doesn't render as a link when on StreamYard. Oh,
Well,
in the
I know a thing or two about a thing or two, brah. And I can tell you, I have the Rumble chat popped out in a different fucking thing all entirely.
okay, that'll do it.
Yes. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. Share this tab instead. At stage. Diddy go away?
Oh yeah,
By
you told me about this.
Riz Records. Is this do you think this is copyright?
I don't know. We'll scan it out if it is. They just like make you mute it or like do it. They are like, I don't know.
Well, I guess
Riz,
fuck it anyway.
let's
not
play
like
it and
this-
see how it sounds.
Diddy go away. Riz up kids
Right.
another day. FBI says it's not okay. Diddy go away. Diddy go away. Riz up kids another day. 50 Cent says it's not okay. Diddy go away. Diddy go away. Riz up kids another day. Drake says it's not okay. Diddy go
Okay, I think that's enough
away.
of that. I think. Oh,
I that's more of a bedtime song. I don't. Was there something? Where's this? Hold on. Where is the what is it? Red Bull. What's your name? Red Bull Jack.
That's Jackie. That's Boob Steak or professional derailer in the Discord. It's Jackie.
Oh, okay. Yes, I couldn't. Hold on. Where is it? How do I? Oh, add as moderator. I have like pretty much everyone that watches this thing is a mod. Just because, like, oh, where's Yeti? I'll give you one too. I'm just making people mods. Just because it's fun.
I
Makes them
guess.
feel important. Makes them feel fucking important.
It really does.
Um,
It really does. But if everyone's a mod, then nobody is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's actually ideally what I'd like to go for. I don't want anyone to have.
They
to-
can all take each other out.
Yeah, exactly. So they can fight it out themselves. And if it gets ridiculous, I'll just remove all the mods and have none. Maybe he should be known as P Diddley now. He is. He definitely is.
He's the
He's
diddler.
not really actually. He's known as the Diddler.
The diddler.
But he was known as that for a while. Like, people were calling this guy the Black Epstein before he was arrested. Pretty sure I even said that on record. Maybe he should be known as. Oh wait, I'm reading the same chat over here than I am here. Okay, what am I doing? What were we? Why did we do this show today?
All
What
right,
was the,
so ladies and gentlemen, just for the record, yesterday I was told, stream with me tomorrow night or I'm slitting my wrists and jumping into the harbor. I was like, what? At first, I was actually like, we'll cut vertical, not horizontal.
I was like, oh, okay.
But I was like, okay, fine, I'll stream with you. I mean,
Yeah, but I had like when I sent that, I was like super excited because I had like 15 different ideas, and they're all gone, of course, now because I've slept since. But
but I have a fun story though.
go on.
I figured maybe some of you guys, because some of you are probably nerds. Maybe, and then maybe some of you
I'd
would
say so.
appreciate this for
I think
multiple.
I think there's a high rate of autism in the chat.
Well, there's a high rate of autism in my fucking house. I can tell you that. U.S. Army is testing lone wolf robot dog with AI-powered rifle in the Middle East.
Wait, hold on 1 second. There's how many fucking Yetis are there in the chat? There's King of all Yetis. Oh, is that just you, Yeti, on Rumble?
Yes,
That's why I
it's
see.
Yeti on Rumble, and then Yeti is on YouTube.
Okay.
He's the all-seeing Yeti.
Yeah, I got it. Gotcha. Continue.
Yeah, so U.S. Army is testing lone wolf robot dog with AI-powered rifle in the Middle
I've seen this.
This
horrifying. This has been like they've had because the prototypes of these have been around for a while. I guess this is like where we're seeing the deployment of them.
Yes, all that
en masse.
Jay, my man, how you doing? But yeah, so all of this Boston Dynamic shit that's been going around for what, fucking 20 years or whatever, is now coming to fruition in the Middle East. They're gonna send, they very well may send a bunch of these dogs in to shoot the terrorists.
I feel like you're going to see those things like marching up the streets of mainland America one day.
So envision that video that Tim Walz
There's a
had, where
fucking helicopter above my house. I want to shoot it down.
Where you guys have helicopters in Australia? They
We've
can
even
fly
got
right down there.
electricity and telephones. Yeah.
All right. The more you know.
Mhm.
Okay. So there was that video of like police marching up the street, and they were shooting paintballs at people. And because Tim Walz had a very restrictive lockdown, and people were sitting at their doors, and the police were like, get in your house. And then they stepped out, and then
What's
light up,
sorry?
and then so he starts shooting like paintballs or whatever at the people, so they'd go in their house. I'm just envisioning.
What's up, teabagging user?
What's going on?
We got another Sean here, right?
Hey man,
What's going on?
oh,
What's going on?
How
just
you like P
usual.
Diddy as the Riddler?
Yeah.
Is that what that thing is?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, it's just snazzy. That's a snazzy green suit. That's all I see. Yeah. So just oh yeah. Okay. That's fucking funny. Imagine like instead of those police shooting the people with paintball guns, you just have marching, like an army of marching these dogs, just like, and the dogs like over a loudspeaker, like get in your house, and you're like, what the hell? And then they just start shooting at you.
There's footage of it, isn't there?
Yes.
Have them in action, not like actually like
need
in
10,000
combat
of it.
action.
Yeah, so that's I don't know. I think this is terrifying. So this U.S. Army is closer to unleashing robots on the battlefield after sending one dubbed the Lone Wolf to Middle East. The robot features an AR-15 M16 pattern rifle on its back that is attached to an AI-powered rotating mount capable of spotting aerial targets. The armed machine was sent overseas for rehearsal drills at the Red Sands Integrated Experimentation Center in Saudi Arabia.
But This surely you've seen these before, right?
These dogs with guns on them?
Yeah.
No, not with actual fucking guns on them. I've seen them like
Yeah.
climb
Have you seen
stairs
the ones
and
with flamethrowers? There's those ones. Some of them spit out flames as well.
I've seen those ones, and apparently there
Yeah.
are some that eat people. They eat organic matter to power
Yeah,
themselves or
the
something.
ones. I think that's a bit of a stretch that sort of came about through Joe Rogan's misunderstanding. But
Oh,
well, I don't think it's totally wrong. I think what happened is that they developed like patents that would enable such a technology to, in theory, refuel itself off biomatter, which
is that like a
would-
patent?
I think there is a patent, yeah. But patent. What are you making fun of my pronunciation now, Bagel?
I certainly am, Bagel.
You fucking fake.
I don't know why everyone talks about bagels. It's the weirdest thing. I still haven't figured it out.
I'll be back in 1 second. I need to go get a drink. Where's my button?
So, Sean, buddy, what's happening? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just been kind of hanging out. It's the weekend, so
It most certainly is the weekend.
it's the very end of it.
Yeah, I have to wake up in the morning for school. Not my school, of course not, because I'm old as shit. But when you have kids, you have to still wake up for school. It's awful.
If you go to school on the weekend, it's terrible.
No, but it being the end of the weekend, tomorrow being Monday. Yeah, that is quite sad. I had another story that I was going to bring up. Did you guys see the this thing here? Kamala Harris went on some Call Her Daddy podcast. Did you guys
What?
see this at all?
I have not seen this.
So I don't know what this podcast is. I don't know if Call Her Daddy refers to someone calling her father, or if we're calling her
I
daddy.
only just heard of it
because
the
she's
other
like
day.
boss. But this little snippet, I couldn't believe, and it's beginning to catch on a little bit. Maybe you guys can spot the
think-
silliness.
Call it daddy
Wouldn't it be
mean like
racist to have her on that show? You know,
What's
the
that?
whole trope with dads and black people.
I think call her daddy means like call this woman's dad. She's been tart. Like get it. Like he needs to sort her out, sort of thing. Maybe that's how I. Am I? Was that wrong?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't actually know, but see if you guys can answer the question that they struggle with. Also, this dark mode, you can't see what a link is in the StreamYard dark mode. What is this bullshit?
Oh, it's the Chinese robot with the gun mounted on it. I could only find a news report. I can't find the video I actually have of the flamethrower. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, you've seen it too.
Yeah.
It's probably on Twitter.
Okay, watch this.
And I want to pose this question more to you and the Daddy Gang. But
Mhm.
one of the biggest
The Daddy
conversations in this year's election revolves around a woman's body.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want to take a moment
Mm-hmm.
and can we try
Mm-hmm.
to think of any law
I've got the video.
that gives the government the power to make a decision
I know what you're gonna ask.
about a man's body? Let's just
No.
pause.
No.
Is there any law?
No. No.
No.
No. Look, we are a work in progress.
Can you guys think of any law?
What was the question again? Because I got lost in their stupidity. What was the?
Can you think of, because they're talking about abortion, right? And how abortion is going to force a woman to blah, blah, blah. So the opposite is, well, for fairness, can you think of any law that forces a man's body to do something?
Is this a trick question? Because I don't really like.
Because
It's
when
not.
when an American man turns 18, he does what?
Signs up for the civil service and could get drafted into a war that a bunch of idiots vote on.
That's yeah. Well, this is a. Was that what you were thinking of, Sean? Or was there another thing?
That's the point that I'm making. You have to
Okay.
do it, and if you don't, there's massive repercussions, like lifelong repercussions.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah. Well,
basically-
in
you're
Australia, what do
signing
they do? Put you in jail, right? I think you just put you in jail in Australia during the draft if you didn't go. I think that's what they did.
I don't know, but you guys don't have. Do you guys don't have draft now? Do you?
No, but neither. No, but they're talking about bringing it back, just like every Western nation is right now because of the global situation. They're all
Canada's
talking
not
about it
talking
seriously. Yeah, but they are. They're just not talking to you about it.
Well, not me personally, but they're not talking about it at all. Although, you know what? Maybe when the
But
conservatives get
see, my
in-
point is they would be, but they're just not talking to you about it. As in you, the public. Here, they've let it slip somehow, and in the UK, they're talking about it openly. So I don't like. It's definitely on the cards, and they talk about it in such a way that is like, oh no, we won't do that. In the same way that they said they wouldn't do stamp duty and GST at the same time, which we now have. But anyway, do you want to see something really cool? This is fun.
Oh, the flame dog. That I know about. I was trying to get Jeremy to buy one.
So is that the video you're thinking of, user?
I have a different one. I'm trying to find it right now, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get Jeremy Hambley to buy one, and I was like, dude, you could write that off. You could put
That's
that on
what
your.
I wanted to ask you about, Sean. And you asked, and that reminds me. What's the deal with Styx and Hammer? I fucking can't say his name. Styx and Hammer.
What
What's
do you
the
mean?
situation?
What do you mean the deal with?
What happened? He was arrested, and there's a battery charge. And what's the details? Because people seem to be not turning against him, which would be expected in a situation like this. Generally, is what happens.
Some people have absolutely they turn
they?
against them. Some of it is actually, yeah. Some people got kicked out of Jeremy's stream tonight because, they
What is I'm wondering why isn't it more unanimous, like in the sense that it usually, how it usually goes in like 80 to 90% of people pile on disavow, and there's about 10 to 20% that stay at the stands that will say no, we'll protect. It's kind of similar to Eliza Blue, even though she had even fewer supporters. But
so
this,
the thing
I'm
with
seeing
the
more
thing
of a
with
like, what's his
Louisiana-
redeeming factor here? Is
So
there
he
something?
Styx X and Hammer was arrested for domestic abuse battery,
Yeah.
which could be as much as breaking a woman's skull with his fist, or it could be as little as slamming a cabinet door too hard. Like, I mean, it is
Yeah.
so
So
vague.
what kind of? Yeah.
It is so it's the breadth of what it could be is massive, and we don't actually know.
Okay.
But also,
He went to jail for it, so it has to have
Yes.
risen past a certain.
no,
Wait,
and I'm
no.
getting to that. Louisiana is a mandatory arrest state.
Oh God. Okay.
So, and a handful of states are mandatory arrest states. So basically, it could have been a drunken argument where maybe he punched the wall or he slammed the fucking cupboard too hard or whatever, and then the woman called, "Oh my God, he's drunk." He's likely
Okay,
drunk.
so threatening messages as well is included here apparently. So that could just mean anything that she decides.
So it's such a wide breadth of anything it could have been. Plus, the police were called, so they have to come and they have to arrest somebody.
Has
And that's
nothing to
why.
do with drunk groping his ex that exposed him to Kiwi Farms years ago. Hold on.
Um,
Does it? Is that a? Are you saying that because it does or it doesn't? I'm confused.
we
It
don't.
was for
Okay,
threatening
so
online. Okay, so he's just okay. You're just making that clear distinction. There was a different, separate incident years ago. Apparently, that's brushed aside, and this is something specifically for threatening online messages. So that's really just down to interpretation. There's nothing physical there. That's battery. See, in this country, battery means physical harm, like physical contact.
I don't think
Assault
it has
is
threatening
the general
messages.
one. Assault is like
I'm not sure
well,
how.
so then slamming a door too hard isn't battery either. You have to make physical contact with the person in this country, and assault is what is more general. Whereas you
I don't even
can
think we
say
have battery in this
where
country.
where that includes
assault.
things like verbal abuse and stuff like that. That can come under assault. Whereas battery specifically means physical contact. I imagine it would mean the same thing in the United States, regardless of whatever county you're in. It's a legal definition. So I'm really push X for doubt on the whole lack of. I think there must be, if there's a battery charge, there's at least an allegation of physical contact in some form. It may even include just as much as grabbing a hand.
Yeah,
And just
because it's a mandatory arrest date, so it could be nothing. It could be something, but no one will find out until the papers come out. Styx is obviously downplaying it as much as he can, and I expect anyone would do that. And yeah, Jeremy.
So did Jeremy say anything about it? Did he say anything like, "Oh, if this turns out to be a thing, I disavow," or did he go? Did he? Okay, what did he say?
So just basically, like, he's my employee, he's my friend. I'm gonna bail him out, and if it turns out to be really, 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 really bad, then I'll have to fire him and stop.
Okay, well that's fair enough. I don't have
with
any
him.
issue.
But because we don't know, you'll get the benefit of the doubt. But
Yeah. Okay, well that clears things up for me a bit. I get as much as it could be. I was just wondering what the redeeming why there hasn't been a total avalanche of hate for him. Not that I'm saying that's deserving, but I'm just saying that's expected, and it hasn't really manifested that way.
So
yet.
apparently in Louisiana, that's what Mr. Scott here says. In Louisiana, verbal can be battery, from my knowledge.
Then they fucking totally destroyed the fucking legal language. Then in that state,
a physical threat.
Then there is now no longer a difference between battery and assault at all. I don't know, what does assault mean then?
Well,
are they interchangeable now?
In Canada, we don't have battery. We just have assault. It took me a long time to figure out what the fuck battery was.
Here's a link to the video I saw.
Hold on, I'm getting messages.
What is this?
Yeah, but sorry, I always got distracted.
The little robot dog.
Wait, I've got fucking messages coming through my asshole. What's going on here? Oh, unpopular. Oh, okay.
Are you gonna put that up? Okay, good. Good.
Hey, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. Activate. Sit. Good boy. Activate.
Don't
Good boy. Wait, what's the other command? Let me go on my phone.
This I show speed. This it's fucking. That's obviously set up, but like.
He bowed. Calm down. I didn't say. Nope. I told nobody not to do your trick yet.
This guy's
your trick out of nowhere.
King of setups.
Relax, okay? Dog, relax. O2. Calm down. Sit. Good boy. God. Hey. Stop. Hey. No.
I bet that's being remote controlled.
I think it's actually.
Oh yeah, it has.
I actually think it's fake. I think the fire is computer generated.
Did you see the him jumping over the Lamborghinis, and it's like a Lamborghini McLaren, or
Yeah,
whatever.
I saw that. That
Like
was
back
fake.
to
too.
back.
Yeah.
Like, that's not real.
Yeah, that's fake. That's fake. This is fake flames. Because you can tell by the sound. And flames just don't look like that in that. And that's a flame at dark. In the dark. That's not how flames look in the daylight. I mean, you could get an oxygen starved flame, I guess, but these
I don't
things
know.
shoot out like a white hot stream, like that dog, like I showed you just before. This is what the flame looks like. It looks like that, like a stream, like a same thing as a normal flamethrower, like a handheld one.
Yeah.
They look like that as well. What have we got? We got more people here.
Gail says, "Hello, friends. I'm about to get washed away by a geoengineered storm. Good times."
Oh wait, hold on, Gail. You're in Florida, right? This is the same. This is Helene, is it? Is it
No,
the same
this is
fucking
No, this is a
thing?
new storm.
All right, so
What's
I
going
have
on, man?
I have borne witness to many a hurricane in my 40 years.
I hope everything
Um,
goes well for you, Gail.
I have never. Now you guys tell me, because I'm not
Milton.
I'm not the brightest in the world here, but I have never known a hurricane to be born in the Gulf of Mexico. Has that happened before?
Well, they're saying it. I mean, people was like, because it was like Helen. What was it? It was like Category 2, but up all the way into Atlanta or something like that.
Yeah, it hit land and then got stronger, and then everyone
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, that's not a thing that happens. That's going against every fucking natural law we know of. What is this shit?"
Oh, it was strengthening before it hit land. And that's why it was so strong after it continued on inland.
Yeah, but I mean, generally, the by hitting land, actually, that action of hitting land actually takes the teeth out of the storm usually.
But significantly.
Yeah, like it will gather strength as it continues over water. That's how it goes. And then once it hits land, it usually starts to die out. Like it will start dumping its contents and dying out.
I don't know. I think the reason was since the water is so warm right now, it's still strengthening as it's hitting land. Because usually when it gets pretty close to land and it's far enough north, it starts to lose strength a little bit, or it kind of just stays and doesn't keep strengthening. But that thing was just nuts. It just had that power getting pumped into it all the way in.
Yeah, I don't know much about how they all come about up there. Like, actually don't know much about
Jack,
weather at all.
most hurricanes start somewhere vaguely in the ocean, and then they make their way in, whether they end up going through the Gulf of Mexico and then up through wherever. But I have never known a hurricane to literally originate purely from the Gulf of Mexico and then rapidly gain fucking size and then hit Florida. It is the strangest thing. Like, the thing that's about to hit Florida, I don't think it should exist. It doesn't make sense to me. So if anyone was going to be like, "Oh yeah, this storm is entirely geoengineered," it's definitely this one.
Okay, hold on. What's this? What is this? This is something I've seen like on one of those fucking dodgy podcasts that
All right, everyone.
like what's that called? It's one of those super low information podcasts, like this one. What's it called? Sunday Cool or something. Ninjas are butterflies. You know how they do, and they have like a bunch of shorts out of their things, and they always just butcher the most, like the coolest conspiracy theories, and then they condense it down into like 12 seconds, and they get all the information wrong. But I saw this on their
All right, everyone, welcome
podcast.
back. We are awaiting the arrival of major Category 4 Hurricane Helene. This thing is an absolute monster. But take a look at this anomaly that's shooting down almost to where we're going to see landfall. It's very interesting. I'm curious to see if this thing actually lands right on top of where we think landfall is going to be. Now, there's something else kind of shooting out here underneath this layer of moisture over the southeast. It looks like it's coming from either northern Florida or a radar tower in southern Georgia, but the main one right here, look at this big beam that shoots down right to about here. That's where we're expecting landfall, give or take. Now, something even more interesting, I want to show you on a more detailed chart. All right, I'll show you once here and then we'll zoom in, but take a look. It's coming from up in this area and it shoots down right to about here where we're expecting landfall. I'll move forward and you'll pretty much see it right away. There it is now. Boom, right here. Okay, so now we're going to zoom in and see exactly where this thing points to, because that is not your normal beam that you see coming from these radar. It's definitely coming from the state of Georgia, probably underneath this mess here. It's coming this way, and there's a cross of that other beam either coming from northern Florida or southern Georgia. All right, this is about as close as we're going to get. We're going to see one anomaly over here in the western panhandle, and then we're going to look for that shot we were just looking at. We move one frame, boom, here's those weird waves that come off. We see this a lot underneath heavy systems, especially when they're approaching the coastlines. Now we're going to look for our beam here. We're going to see it pretty well. It's right about there. So this is pretty odd. I want to know what's going on here, and there's our cross beam, again, looking like it's coming from Florida itself, so it's coming up into this direction. This one is certainly coming down from Georgia into Florida, almost to where we're seeing landfall. If we backtrack a little bit, you can see here the momentum wants to bring this storm up and then kind of right into this area here. Maybe a little north, but that's what we're seeing. But take a look at these anomalies every couple frames, specifically that one we are looking at. There's another big one right there. It's kind of a sweeper. It's got multiple beams and it sweeps left to right. And now watch as we approach. You're going to see a bunch of little ones, and then we're going to see our landfall beam. That's the only thing I can
I
think
would
of
like to
naming
see
it
somebody who
down there.
knows about radar actually tell me what that is. I mean, I watch a lot of radar, and
I've seen radar artifacts before that just seem like coding artifacts to me. But like,
okay. Do you mind if I bring this up? Because this guy.
Yeah, bring it up. That was slightly different than the one I was thinking of. I was seeing the Doppler effect thing and I don't know.
So this guy says, I grew up. This guy says, he's got like over 1 million followers. So, I mean, he's not a nobody. I grew up on the Gulf of Mexico. Been watching...
He's a fucking moron. But go on.
I don't know who he is. I grew up on the Gulf of Mexico. Been watching storms since I was a young boy. I have never seen a storm start here and go east. I've never seen it. It literally just fucking starts in the Gulf of Mexico. That's never happened before. That never happened before.
Stop making excuses for the space lasers. I'm sorry. I was just trying to give like the sort of the more balanced. Is that what they call it? Balanced?
I thought it was called HAARP.
Yes, HAARP.
Yes, the high. What is it? The high altitude active auroral research program. I think.
Apparently, these. I don't know whereabouts Gale is, but apparently these are the clouds off of Florida.
Oh, where? Yeah, where about? What county?
Most here ever.
Fort Myers.
Like even the people saying I've never in my life seen clouds like that. So these are not as asparagus clouds forming. Is that the kind of cloud you get with the hurricane? I'm not sure, but yeah, like this. It started right here. That doesn't happen. It's never happened. And then to go from 1 to 2 so fast.
I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, you guys would know more than me about how it goes up there. This is a very quiet podcast, isn't it? I'm just looking up different things.
Sorry. I just got distracted there. He says,
Okay,
"Oh
another
shit, a Brit." Game stonk. No, I mean obviously this fella is an idiot. He doesn't know a difference between an Aussie and a Brit. Oh well, that'll do.
Yeah, no, but I get that a lot. I get that a lot. Who said that? Which one? Is this the
GameStonk says you're
troll that we?
25
Who's GameStonk? Do we know him?
No,
Do
we
we know
don't.
you,
but
GameStonk?
We're
I'm
also on
25%.
Rumble where we have people and a bunch on Twitter as well. So, you know,
GameStonk. This could be fun.
even better an Aussie. Well, I mean, who says it's better?
25% of your viewership. That we've got a whole 23.
It's true. It's true. We like our 23 people. But anyways, the point I was making is that it shouldn't. I don't think it should be starting there.
How's it go? How's Australia going with mass shootings? How many mass shootings have you guys had in Australia since the gun ban? Don't know. I don't know. Are you some like liberal retard that's coming to just be like a fucking dumb cunt? Because that would actually spice up the episode a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Are we trying to be spicy?
Well, I just like events to happen. It just keeps things moving.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out GameStonk. But while we do that, let's have a look at if you're trying to make fun of me for like the 1996 buyback of like guns in Australia, that's a retarded take because I think it's also the dumbest thing Australia's ever done. And I'm trying to leave this fucking country because it's full of communists. But Jack Doherty crashed his car, his McLaren, and he's like, his first fucking thing is to do, right? Is where's the, you dumb cunt? He's deleted it, of course. The original video shows him like staring at his phone, swerving and speeding on the wet road, and then this happens. Where is the video? And you see the very first thing he does. Why did he? We're just gonna have to.
I wonder if somebody archived his tweet.
Yeah, no, it's all over the internet. So here it is. Why does it do that? Fuck you, Elon. And just the setup, guys. Like this kid is known for being like the worst example of Gen Z out there. He's like a typical kick streamer who has now since permanently banned him for endangering the public.
Oh! Oh! No! 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 Oh, fuck. No, watch out, watch out. Oh, fuck, open the door, open your door. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
Notice there's a big cut out of there.
Michael. Are you okay? Holy
Obviously,
fuck.
he's not okay. And
oh
then,
my god, bro. My whole... Bro, my whole fucking car, bro.
but then wait, look what he does.
No fucking way. Oh my gosh. There's no fucking... Michael, here. Michael, do you have your phone on that phone too?
It's in the phone. His friend's fucking probably got like a major concussion leaking from the fucking head.
Oh my god.
That's not
And he's
going to
like-
change his IQ.
And he's handing in the phone to film. Keep the content going. Keep the content going. But what's
Is
even
this kid
funnier?
wealthy?
Yeah. It's I don't know if it's real money, but it's all about flashing shit. But look what happens when he gets pulled out of the car.
Oh. Oh. Help.
Still filming.
Fuck, can you hold this?
Hold this and keep filming.
Oh,
Make
no,
sure,
my fucking car,
make sure I'm in
bro.
the frame. Make sure.
Oh.
This kid
Fuck,
is
dude.
dumb.
My fucking car. Holy shit, no. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
He's got the broccoli hair too.
Look at his friend. Look at his friend.
Michael, are you good?
He
Oh
doesn't.
shit. Oh fuck.
He's in a bad way.
Michael.
And then he hands in the
Help!
phone like 2 seconds later. Like this is Gen X. This is Kick. That is Gen X. Now Kick did ban him
Gen Z, I
immediately.
resent that.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Did I say Gen X? Sorry, Gen Z. Fuck. I'm so bad at this.
That's a Zoomer thing. GameStop says, "Hey, who won the last election?" Well, sadly, Joe Biden did collect more pieces of paper than Donald Trump, so that's too bad. But, oh well.
I mean, isn't it pretty obvious who won the last election? I mean, who is serving as the president? I think that's a retarded question. Try again. Context to be added. He was on his phone, presumably texting and driving. His friend was bleeding from his head, and Jay asked him to hold the camera after seeing the injuries. The whole video has not been showcased and can be found. It's pretty bad. And then, like, immediately after, underneath this thing, he's like, crashed my car and hope we're both okay. Check out my links for more.
That's what we've done to our youth now. That's pretty.
This is what soulless looks like. Can't stand this guy. Who jacked out. No one can. Everyone hates this cunt. Everyone hates. Oh, and that's the other thing. He just takes his shirt off all the time, right? And he's sitting there talking to the fucking like law and like the police and shit. He's been questioning. They haven't asked him to do anything, like to take his shirt off or anything. He's answering their questions. And all of a sudden, just starts taking his shirt off. All while on camera, of course. It has to. The whole thing had to be filmed.
GameStonk, what kind of evidence would you accept? If I said a bunch of things, would you even accept it as evidence?
No, because
if Trump won, where's the evidence? Well, there's been a bunch of evidence out there. Like what is the bar of evidence that I would have to climb over in order for you to say, you know what, actually, I agree, that's suspicious. We maybe should look into that. Like, is there a level? I mean, there's all kinds of things that have happened, especially recently in the upcoming or the investigations, especially in Georgia. Like, is there?
They're trying to bring up every little.
Also, is the Jewish
talking point.
space lasers causing this weather? Listen, I will.
Okay,
GameStonk, I will look into the camera full screen, and I will say that Donald Trump completely lost, and 2020 was not in any way stolen. If you can show me where any conservative person, Marjorie Taylor Greene, or anyone legitimately said it was Jewish space lasers. Because I read the Marjorie Taylor Greene article today, actually, and at no point did it make reference to Jews.
No, but they're
lasers.
shoehorning that in because they think it's a buzzword because this is a lefty loser.
Yeah. So the whole Jewish space laser. I mean, it's a silly talking point. It's just something you guys have just made up. It's. I mean, I guess it's fine.
Everything they do is made up.
It's amazing since I mean,
to be fair, like half the shit the conservatives say are made up too. Like I'm not gonna dial them out on this either.
Oh, I'm sure
there's a lot of fake shit out there, but like in the entirety of what the left stands on and believes in is just corrupt and fake.
So I believe
What's this? Here is the evidence. Is this a Trump thing?
I
Is
don't.
that
I don't know. Apparently, here is the evidence.com. If that's Jackie. Is that what that link is? Because that would be really fucking hilarious if that was if that's what the link was. But also he says a hurricane Idalia started in the Gulf. Okay, I'm gonna look up this hurricane. Because
Oh, yes, it is. Look at this. If this hold on, Game Song, if you are hoping that I'm married to the idea of the election being a completely stolen thing, I'm not. Like, I highly suspect that it was, although obviously the official result that was rendered and certified was the one that we're left with, and so that is hard to be argued with. However, was there impropriety that went on that led to the result? I believe so. So whatever you can think of to say here, whatever little clever quips you think of drumming up from your prescribed leftist talking point handbook is not going to convince me or sway me in any direction, because you're just a fucking retard. But I'm not convinced that this site is going to hold the answers either. I don't think this is going to be overly convincing. I've never seen this before, but I might be wrong. It seems like it's a bit to digest here, though. Might have to just go through that afterwards. Anyway, what were you going to say, Sean?
well, I need to look up. This hurricane is interesting.
Who's got that fucking This feels racist, but who has got the fucking who's got the fire alarm thing that has a flat battery?
The hallway bird.
Yeah. Oh wait, GameStomp's that. This whole episode's hinging on you now, pretty much. It was from a Facebook post from 2018. She posted what was. The evidence for mass voter fraud is everywhere. Just look at the voter fraud convictions from every state. It's astonishing. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of weird shit going on. Low battery smoke detector. Yeah, whose is it? Is it yours, user?
I don't have one, so.
That's the most basketball American thing I've ever heard.
Sean, that's why I didn't really, I didn't want to say, because it's not. Hold on, that's not me. Is someone fucking with me? Are you fucking with me?
I don't have a smoke detector down here.
Well, I do, but mine is perfectly healthy. It's like right there. I could tell if it was that one. I'm hearing it through the. Hold on. How clearly can you guys hear it?
I heard it pretty clearly.
Yeah, it's not me.
Are you sure?
I'll mute.
I'll mute. Hold on.
Wait, everybody's gonna be muted except me? Am I carrying this thing?
Wait, okay, you go. Yeah, wait. I don't know. Jewish space laser thing. Actually, why don't you pull it up on stream and show 20 fans? What have you got the hold on, you can't send links, can you? Can you show me what you're talking about and where it is?
I'll try and see if I can find it.
Are we talking about the CIA fucking thing? I mean, the Jewish space laser thing? Because that's dumb, by the way.
Man, the left is obsessed with Jews. I mean, the far right's obsessed with Jews too, but it's.
I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, the Jew thing.
I mean, they wear little hats.
I don't
get
it.
Shit?
I don't give a fuck about it. It seems weird.
I mean, yes, I get it. I get it. Ben Shapiro is annoying, and his little faggoty voice. I get it, but it's
Yes, and they run the
everyone
world, but
being like,
so what?
Oh my god, the Jews are so terrible. They have space lasers and they are a giant octopus taking over the entire world.
I forgot you had buttons. You have you're fucking with me.
I
It's
don't. I'm
you
not,
and that.
I'm not doing your. I'm not doing the chirpy chirp. That's a little too fried chicken for me.
I mean, I've been scared to do it as a joke because I probably get cancelled. But now it's just happening.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
John Brennan.
There was a post by this George fella that had an example of a bunch of places that had well over 100%.
The far right are socialist. What do you mean by far right, and what do you mean by socialist? Because I struggle to reconcile what you mean there.
Far right,
because like far right is pretty much anyone that is left of Mao, right of Mao these days, pretty much. So what does that mean to you? What does far right mean to you? And what does socialist mean to you? Because like again, like when we're talking to these people, it's hard to know what they even mean, their definitions are.
Yeah, because they changed definitions.
How do I I don't know, like I can't click on that. Yeah, the term you're looking for is moot. I didn't even pick up on that. Where did they say that? This is a really boring show. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would be fucking terribly bored with this.
Yeah, sorry. Well, listen. That Hurricane Idalia or whatever was actually outside of the Gulf of Mexico, just south of Cuba, or wherever that. And yeah, that's still weird. But it's not as weird as this Milton or whatever. Anyways, point is.
Remember when Mitt Romney was the Republican candidate? By today's standard, he's basically a fucking liberal. That's how far right the right has gone. Yeah, you realize what you're saying is an indictment of what your side has done by dragging the entire paradigm so far to the left that literally anyone with any fucking reasonable idea that works in reality is now considered an extreme far right. These are the conditions that you've said, not us. You're the reason that he's considered a liberal today. I don't know if you realize how fucking retarded what you just said is, but it really is. Thank you for that. So play the keys. The keys. Or the piano. Oh, it's over there. I did get a cable. It's plugged in, but it's over there. That's a complete opposite statement. Wow.
Yeah, the left is. It's the left that's moved.
Yeah, that's why Mitt Romney is now considered a liberal, and this person here thinks they're making a really profound point, but I think they just
because I've always been considered a red Tory.
Republicans got mad, salty. A black man became president, and did they?
I thought it was just that they lost an election, not that the guy that was running was half black.
I don't really remember anyone complaining about him being black. I think people were. I remember people saying vaguely. I remember people saying people are going to vote for him purely because he's black. But I don't remember them complaining about the fact that a black man became president, because there was pretty much a unanimous sentiment that he was a very capable candidate.
Well, you remember what Biden said about him, right?
What he was like, what, clean and articulate or something?
Oh yeah, but Biden's a fucking racist retard. Biden is truly a racist guy. Like he's always been like that. Like he's just
koala shagging cunt. I don't think I bet he thinks that's an insult.
You ever see a wet koala?
Yes.
Oh, it looks
They're-
really weird. The far right are anarcho-capitalists, the robber barons, libertarians, minarchists. They
Yeah, I don't remember them getting
really
salty.
get salty.
I remember people getting salty about Harambe and I don't know, CERN or some crap back then.
Yes, because that's when the timelines split off.
Yes.
In the appropriate timeline, I'm sure they have flying cars by now.
Oh, fuck! It is on it. It won't let me bring up this.
Oh,
Is that him?
I think so. I think he got
I'm
hit with the
trying-
space lasers.
It's the Jews.
Can't.
Normally that's me and my Canadian internet, but this time it's his Australian. It's the cables buried underneath. The Jews must have got to them.
Oh wait, no, I can't bring. Oh, no.
What is happening, man?
What?
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to give him a minute for him to get his shit together. Let me.
He's doing a DDoS. He's all triggered and upset.
How about you go down under these nuts, you fucking right-wing Nazi fuck? Nazi? Okay, like you right-wing Nazi. What does that even mean? You like tell me what Nazi means, you absolute fucking retard. You're obviously not smart because a lot of the things you've said so far have been absolutely dumb. But Nazi is National Socialist. What does that mean to you, the word socialist?
A left-wing ideology.
Oh
Dude,
my god, there you go. It's a left-wing ideology.
Go. It's just said, "Boop, try again."
Hitler was literally left-wing. He's a National Socialist. Good God.
What did I miss?
We're apparently we're a right-wing Nazi fuck. And it's just like,
Hold on.
Jesus, the shit that the left said constantly. Oh, threat to democracy. You're literally you're blah, 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 blah. And then you guys have the fucking audacity to be like, oh my God, you need to turn the rhetoric down. Jesus Christ. The left is absolute sheer fucking idiocy. They're a bunch of retards. I mean, sure, we can call them fucking gay.
This guy is such a dumb cunt. Nazis were fascists, not socialists. Do you know what the Nazi party meant? Do you know what
I just explained it.
The fascists were also socialists. Go read into Italian fascism and get back to me.
Do you understand what the
unions
Nazi party,
part
like
of?
where the name comes from? It's the National Socialist Party.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only difference was nationalism versus internationalism. That was the only difference between the two. That's why they were fighting the communists.
Do you need an adult to explain it? Yes, be the adult here, buddy. Explain it to us like we don't know what we're talking about.
I'm glad that Games Dunk is here though, because it's given us some longevity in the episode. It's given us someone to sort of spar with.
all of our American friends in the chat. I'm you know, I love you, but Danny's Australian. I'm Canadian.
I don't know
Our
that name,
education
Danny.
systems are actually really fucking good in comparison to a lot of places in America. We were taught quite well about the difference between shit.
Yeah, look, it's not good these days, I guess, but I mean, it was still okay when I was yeah.
So yeah, what is the difference? Like, go on, explain it.
Yeah, please, can you explain it to us?
Explain to me how it is that the fascists, which was what the Italians and the Germans, which are the socialists, why they were fucking in bed together if they were so different.
Take a little read into what I just posted in the private chat.
Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Syndicalism? What is that?
It's a revolutionary current within the labor movement that, through industrial unionism, seeks to unionize worker according to industry and advance their demands through strikes and other forms of direct action, with the eventual goal of gaining control over the means of production and the economy at large through social ownership.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm actually a little bit bored of this Nazi thing because I don't think we're getting any no one's learning from this exchange with this retard.
Now read this one.
Wait a minute. What is this? What I'm clicking on it. The syndicalist tradition in Italian fascism.
Yes, because they were all left-wing movements. It was just two groups of left-wingers butting heads to go further left.
Kind of like what's happening now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost like history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.
Who is that? Fucking what's his name? Mark Twain. Who said that?
I'm not sure.
Mark Twain. I think GameStonk ran away.
Oh, because I pointed out that their little favorite union thing is actually something that was a very big part of fascism, because they're a bunch of fascists and they just don't know it.
Of course they are.
Do you guys remember? I think it was Australia.
They do know it too. They actually know it too. They just don't give a fuck.
So
I think some of them are really that stupid. I really do. They've never read anything. They just hear idiots talk on the internet about, all these different ideologies, and they just take some idiot's word for it instead of looking into it for themselves. I mean, I can search this stuff up in like 2 seconds, partially because I know what I'm looking for, but
I think it was.
I don't know.
Antifa. Yeah, it was Antifa. It was Australia, and I think it was they were marching for vaccine mandates. At like during like the peak or whatever.
Yes, that was actually no, it was Black Lives Matter, I think.
I think they were Antifa, whatever. They were black.
Maybe you're right. We had
and
both
they
here,
were
insane.
marching for the mandates. Everyone was like,
of course they were, because it was an
like,
excuse to be fucking outside without any restrictions, unlike the rest of us.
They were like, yes, tell us more about how you're anti-fascist.
Oh wait, he's back. Within 2 months, Hitler achieved full dictatorial power through the Enabling Act in April 1933. Communists, socialists, Democrats, and Jews were purged from the German civil service and trade unions. Okay. Were outlawed for the following month. And trade unions were outlawed the following month. Could you not fit all that in one comment?
No,
Anyway,
you have a certain amount.
Yeah, but it's very short. I thought it was longer than that.
No, it's like no longer than like a tweet or whatever.
Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, is this gonna be? Are you gonna go
This
on
is
a big like
copying-
novel
this is
thing?
because you don't type that.
He's
fast.
copying and pasting from ChatGPT. He's asked him to make a viable argument for something that isn't real. That July, Hitler banned all political parties other than his own, and prominent members of the German Communist Party and Social Democratic Party were arrested and imprisoned in.
yes, because it was nationalists for internationalists.
You know what's funny?
Germany's
Germany's doing that right now, banning the AfD.
But you really need to do actual research. Yeah, I'd suggest you go ahead and do that, you dumb cunt. You stupid cunt.
instead of asking ChatGPT.
Yeah, because that's like, I mean, that wasn't half obvious. Can you come up with something half intelligent? And if you don't, you're going to be the first person I ban from my channel because you're pissing me off now. Come up with something interesting and intelligent based in reality. Otherwise, you can fuck off back to the retard cave you came from. Okay? You got 5 minutes. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it anyway.
I don't think.
Okay, by the late 1920s, however, with the German economy in free fall, Hitler had enlisted support from wealthy industrialists who sought to pursue avowedly anti-socialist policies. Sorry, I'm educating your 20 MAGA retards here. No, you're not. You're entertaining us with your fucking complete lack of any knowledge of history. You've just been your brain has been entirely replaced or filled. I don't know what was there in the first place, but it's just full of bullshit talking points. But now I have the finger over the
Now, the
button
socialists
here.
tried really hard to distance themselves from the nationalist movements that were happening at that time. But, you know, you have to look into the politics of the time to even know what the hell was going on, especially in the Weimar period. Yeah, a lot of people like to say we're experiencing the Weimar Republic now, but there's a slight difference there. The government of the Weimar Republic didn't like the government that was established there after the Treaty of Versailles. It was a very right-wing government, but they all just hated the government that was established by the Allies at the time.
Mm.
But everything that was going on was more left-wing, and a bunch of freaking... It's way more complicated than people make it out to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, the Weimar Republic was only like fucking
10 years.
Was that 15 years? 10 years?
Yeah.
15, 13
It's like a
years, something
decade.
like that. It was short. I'm fucking lost. Hold a second. If there's too many different comments here, if you are for speech censorship, or if you are for mandates of vaccines, if you want us to fund every war, if you think Constitution is written by the bad guys, then you are a fascist, not us. Look into what the books the Nazis are actually burning. Go watch. GameSong, can you do you have anything last words you want to say? Because I want to get rid of you, unless you get interesting. Because I want to stop talking about Hitler now. It's boring. No one's learning anything.
Everything's like the Nazis.
I mean, like, holy cow! Like, talk about going to the well.
Yeah, like liberals are funding. Wait, hold on. I've got here. Liberals are funding for everyone. Since when? Okay, talk about fucking idiot. Let's get rid of you because you just don't know how.
What did he say? Wait,
you're just not tethered in any reality here. What war have they not funded? You dumb cunt. Fuck off.
Funding Ukraine, funding.
He's gone. He's not coming back.
Afghanistan, funding.
There's every single one, and you don't get a right of reply because you're such a fucking retard.
Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Libya, Yemen.
This is in Kosovo, and all the stuff that was going on during Clinton.
Oh yeah, Clinton dropped bombs on fucking places. Bosnia, just because people didn't want, or he didn't want people to know that he put a cigar in that girl's pussy.
God, I wish those were the problems we still had.
I know. What a
Right?
simpler time. Wasn't that such a fun time?
That was
All the
fun
jokes
time.
that came from that were great.
Yeah, that's one of the first actual funny jokes that I actually learned as a kid. So in Canada, we have a brand here called President's Choice. It's like a Loblaws brand or whatever. And
Loblaw, as in Bob Loblaw.
probably
Do you know what I'm talking about?
no.
From Arrested Development.
Well,
Bob
don't know.
Loblaw's Law Blog. Bob
Anyways.
Loblaw's Law Blog. Bob Loblaw's Law Blog.
So anyways, I remember the joke. I remember the joke being, and I was like fucking a much younger kid. And it was like what was the president's favorite brand of condoms? President's Choice. And it's like, oh, that's funny because it's a Canadian brand that we know and it's funny. And yeah, that was the times when we just had the issue of president putting a cigar in his intern's pussy and eating pizza while getting his dick sucked. That's way better than starting World War III.
It's funny they're still coming back at this guy with like literally a mountain of different examples. Like, there is not a single war that I can think of. There isn't a single
FDR, World
conflict
War
I can
II.
think of that wasn't pushed by these fucking war pigs in the Democratic Party. Of course, there were Republicans that did it too. Lindsey Graham's a little grandma.
Almost like there's a uniparty of some sort.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, almost.
like so there is the horseshoe theory of the political spectrum, right? Where it's literally kind of like a horseshoe, where the left. I would say that the political spectrum is actually just a circle, and your Nazis and your communists are on the bottom of the circle side by side. Maybe you can call that one of them right wing. Maybe you can call one of them left wing, but they're side by side at the bottom of the circle where no one should be.
Horseshoe theory.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what happened? You had to take a tinkle?
Maybe.
No. Well, what else happened? What else is fun? The election's in 30 days.
Yes,
This
it
is
is.
exciting, yeah.
Is that what it is now? It's 30 days.
30 days. So 30 or 29. It's the 7th here, so that means it's like the early hours of the... No, it would be just the late hours of the 6th there, right? Isn't the event... But hold on, is it on the 5th? I don't know how many... No, but there's 31 days in October, so... Yeah, 30 days.
Oh, goodness. This video is hilarious. I think it's a bunch of women roofers.
That roof
Apparently,
looked
the
pretty
comments are what's hilarious. Impressive how slow their progress is.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look
What are they even doing?
Why is there so much going on, but nothing going on at the same time?
Why do they all have
It
ropes?
does seem that way.
Because you have to be roped. Because you have to be roped off at a certain height.
Yeah.
The no profit crew. The perfect example of the gender pay gap. Is this community service?
It does look like community service.
One Mexican would have been done already.
I'm just waiting for one of them to fall through the roof.
Or damage it?
Yeah, look, we'll definitely be voting in the US election. Jokes, YouTube. Oh, calm down.
Yeah, that's funny. So I've done roofing before, and yeah, it's definitely a speed thing. You have to know what you're doing.
They do not look like that. And they know what they're doing at all.
No.
That was just a mess of women.
What about
How
Hillary
long did-
Clinton saying that with free speech they
Oh, that's in
lose
there, yeah.
control of what they're trying to do?
No, she loses total control.
Or yeah,
Was there specific words? Let's find that. Here it is. Oh wait, I don't think I've shared with
lose total control. And if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effect, it's real harm. And if the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or...
Wait, she's saying it again. Shut up, bitch. She's talking about repealing Section 230. which is the protection of platforms to not be liable for any editorial decisions or content violations, and they're literally like the phone company. But then they've, much arguments been made of this because various platforms have exercised editorial controls, and in doing so have undeniably swayed elections. Now, this sort of goes a little bit back to the whole here is the evidence thing. There's another website by Robert Epstein called America's Digital Shield. And these guys have been like measuring different ephemeral experiences. So these are experiences that appear on your screen, but they're not traceable in your browser history or any other kind of cookies like that. They're literally engineered to ephemeral, meaning they're fleeting, evanescent. It's only visible to you, and it only lasts for a moment, and then it's gone. You can't go back. It's gone.
Wait, that's a thing that happens?
Yes, it is. It's definitely a thing that happens. And these are where all of the biased messages and information are being presented on the internet. So because it's harder to trace. And so what this guy, Robert Epstein, has done, and they try to kill him a bunch, because he used to work for Google, or used to work with guys at Google, and or contract for Google or something like that. He was a big Hillary Clinton supporter. He was friends with the Clintons. Now no one will speak to him. His wife was killed in a mysterious car accident. He's built this dashboard here, which basically spies on the American corporate engine that basically scrapes all of our data. This scrapes their data in return. Doesn't have as far enough reach into the intelligence realm, but it can capture the corporate realm with these ephemeral experiences. And what you're seeing, these graphs here for various different platforms. This blue line here represents the liberal bias. You can see if I zoom in here, there's a liberal and conservative here. So like you can see, and this is all the ephemeral experiences that so Google is obviously heavily liberal. It changes over time. This is the graph at what this is actual data. This is gone from being just people just saying they're seeing things and like anecdotal examples. They're measuring it over quite a period of time now. Bing is different. Yahoo is extremely biased. YouTube less so than I would have thought. But still, nonetheless, there's a bias there. And Twitter, look at this. Twitter, this is new. This wasn't there last time I looked. So it's updating all the time. But this is interesting to see here. Twitter is, if anything, it's a conservative bias nowadays. Look at that. Quite a heavy one. And I could attest to it. I can tell. I can definitely tell. So
this
is interesting.
Anything that's not heavily moderated necessarily becomes a right-wing place.
Yes, yeah. Well,
it's just a matter of fact.
We don't know that. We don't know what's going on at Twitter, so that's hard to. That's not a given.
The only way for something to be a left-wing space is if it's heavily moderated. Like, imagine for a moment.
Well, that may be so. That may be so, but it doesn't suggest that if you remove the moderation that it leans heavily conservative like we see here. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Because we don't know how Twitter's moderating.
Okay, but not Twitter.
But what the first half of what you said is probably true.
It is. It 100% is. Imagine if you took the mods away off of Reddit. That would be fucking the best place in the entire world. But no, you say it's a single thing, and then yeah.
Oh, is this is Recliner Is Recliner the game? What's the stupid cunt before? What was this called?
The Game Stonks.
Game Stonk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have asked how many shares they have.
Huh?
Well, I wanted to know how many shares in GameStop, because that's what a Game Stonk is, right? It's a share in GameStop. I wanted to
Okay.
know how many they had. I thought that would have been interesting.
Don't
But
know.
anyway, so you have
Assuming
5
this
viewers.
recliner 515 is the same person.
Well, I
'cause
don't know,
they talk in
maybe.
the
If it
same way.
is, if Game Stonks has just come back to whatever, tell me how many shares you have. Well, I'm interested in knowing.
I'm not.
Well, I
These
am,
are
but-
elections likely flipped by Google, apparently. Pretty much all of them.
But also, so what if we only have 5 viewers on YouTube?
Results without interference.
I mean, sometimes I stream to YouTube and I get 1 viewer. And I'm okay with 1 viewer on YouTube because I have my 20 or 30 or whatever on Rumble. I mean, that's...
Imagine having to waste your time making a bunch of sock puppets accounts to go after a small channel.
I mean,
That's pretty funny, isn't it? Because, you give a fuck more about my view count than I do.
Yeah, like, I
I
because
don't give a
basically-
shit. We joke about how there's, like, literally no one. The only people watching is, like, you and maybe a couple of other friends in here, which are way more important than you. We're
that's what
actually
this is.
ignoring to give you airtime, which is bad. I shouldn't do that.
I mean, what we're doing, it's 3 friends. It's 2 Seans in a Dan sandwich or whatever we're doing right now. I guess that would be a Dan sandwich, wouldn't it be? Whatever. The thing is, we're friends hanging out, and we're inviting anyone to hang out with us. Like, it's like we could do this privately, or we could just do it online. It doesn't fucking matter. You have 5 views. Who gives a shit? I get to hang out with my friend from Australia. Like,
I want to see if they say more shit because I want to know if it's the same person or
I don't
if
know.
it's like, what is it about this? Because we never usually get leftist retards on here, but it's kind of fun. I wonder if
I'm sure I'm easily triggered, so I don't know.
I think it was the thumbnail, maybe, and the title
Maybe.
for democracy, and it had Trump with a gun on it.
I mean, that's just funny.
It's funny. It is.
Apparently, that person already has me blocked. It looks like.
What on what?
In the YouTube chat, because I don't see them.
Really?
Yeah.
What recliner? Are you on live? The show all
Yeah.
or?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
what
funny.
a pussy! Why? I mean, what a pussy. Recliner. We
because
haven't
I've
blocked
trolled
you
him in
yet.
the
We
past.
blocked your other
It's
sock
good.
puppet, but that's because you got boring. If recliner has anything more interesting to say, they can stay. He didn't make the sock puppets accounts tonight. He's had them so he can saunter around the internet embarrassing himself like a giant troll. Yeah. Does seem like a waste of energy. Just go get smacked around in the chat room. Or in just like some sauna or something. If people who are classical liberals are now considered far right by retard leftist cult members, then clearly goalposts have been pushed further left, thinking the opposite is cognitive. I'm sure there's a continuation. There aren't dissonance yet. Well,
yeah, I used to
got
be
a good
center
article.
left. I used to be center left, and then I'm center, and then center right, and my opinions and my thoughts haven't really changed a whole lot. I mean, I'm still kind of the same guy that has always. I haven't liked censorship. I don't like the death penalty. If I can't trust the government to issue a parking ticket, I sure as shit can't trust them to issue death, even though pedophiles deserve the wood chipper, right? So that's a struggle that I have always had, but I haven't changed. I am just me. I'm too ADHD to actually have a personality change. I'm actually too ADHD to have a personality, and so it's just the parties have moved, and
What?
I'm still here.
you've got a personality.
That's not.
You
true.
might just miss it personally because your brain's too busy, but we see it.
You're stuck with yourself.
Yeah. This whoever's Jack is actually these are daily data points. So it's only in the last 3 days that it's gone heavily conservative. And that makes kind of sense because the debate and then the rally and Elon going dark MAGA and shit, which is, I don't know. I'm not against it, but if I do, I appreciate that the amount of energy it brings to the thing, but I don't know. Elon just fucking rubs me the wrong way. That guy, really don't. I really don't trust him or like him. Anyway. Destiny fan, probably waiting for his wife to get done with her boyfriend. Maybe. That makes sense.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
Aren't they divorced?
Yeah, but like this is he's talking about the fan waiting for his wife.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know what Destiny does now.
I think he just bitches about a lot of stuff.
Oh, so the same thing.
I think he
just
does.
lost his mind.
He does the same thing that he has always done, and I mean, I guess that's fine.
Oh fuck! I'm tired lately.
What do you? Here's a question. What do you guys think about FEMA literally trying to get people to die?
Oh, I've got a good meme for that. Where did it go?
I thought that's what they were for in the first place.
Well, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, this is back when Jesse Ventura was like normal and not like into the fucking kissing the government's asshole.
Yeah, what happened to
He
him?
blew the lid on all that shit. Yeah, I don't know.
What happened to him? Because he was always like, "I'm just asking questions," and now he's all like,
Yeah, now it's
"Suck
like
the government's dick."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. But
just
he
asking
is
questions.
he was always an interesting character, and now he's just like so predictably bullshit. Like all these celebrities coming out lately as well, like predictably endorsing Kamala, like as if that helps her. Like Bruce Springsteen and fucking who else?
Like, I wonder what's wrong with these people's brains. Like Taylor Swift, I saw that coming a mile away. But
Yeah,
then,
but she's low information. Like the older generation are the ones that really concern me. I'm like, oh wow, like you're old enough to have seen how this goes and how this went and how this got here, and you're willing to. You must really hate the world and your country and want it to fail badly. You must.
I think they're just
That's
stuck
the only
watching
way to
TV.
explain it.
That's really it. They watch the TV, and they think the news is telling them the truth all the time.
How? When it's it's obviously contradictory within the same sentence. Like
That's what they were raised on, so they just believe the stupid box that sits in the living room with the cable box.
so,
And they
how
believe
do
whatever
you
plays on there.
explain previously educated and they were still liberal, fine, but like they weren't retarded, they weren't crazy. They could still recognize a line between right and wrong. That's been completely erased. How did that happen? For the because there was a line for these people at one point, and they've erased it. I can understand raising new generations on garbage. That makes perfect sense. But what happened to my parents' generation? How did they get so bad?
They got beat over the head with it for so long.
I guess
Well-
Yuri Bezmenov was right in everything that
Yeah.
he was saying, you know.
well, so the people doing like the biggest oppressing, stepping on our necks, are the same people that were putting fucking daisies and rifle soldiers and going free love, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that.
And then we come to
what's
later
the
learn
brain?
that the whole hippie movement was pretty much orchestrated by MK Ultra. So like while they were all like free and you know like doing their own thing, they weren't doing their own thing. They definitely weren't doing their own thing.
Oh,
I
I
thought they
think-
were.
Yeah, I guess they Oh, I want to watch this because it's gonna upset me. That's what I want. So I had on my channel last night. I had the great Christina Urso on. You guys may know her of Radix Verum.
Yes, I've seen her a
and,
bunch of time on Chrissy's channel.
Yes, and she's absolutely lovely. Oh my goodness! And I was so happy, quite nervous to actually have her on. And we talked about the FBI.
Yeah, how'd you
Fed
get her on?
napping.
Did you just reach out to her on Twitter?
Yes, I've also been quite friendly with her for quite a while. So I
Yeah, I
was
thought
pretty
she
easy.
might have. Does she follow me? Oh no, I follow her.
And so we talked about this lady quite a bit, right? So she is making her documentary, "Kidnap and Kill," the FBI, was it FBI terrorism plot or whatever, where Gretchen Whitmer and the FBI fabricated.
Oh, that whole that thing went over my head. Like I only learned about that after the fact, and I'm sort of still not a full bottle on that. Like,
it was bad. Christina did such a brilliant job of explaining it all. It's such a complicated story. Like it's
who
so
thought
fucked.
that was a fucking good idea? Was it her?
She was a part of it, but
Obviously she was a part of it. But whose idea was it? Was it?
That's one question I wanted to ask. How high up does it go? Like it wasn't like a low level thing. Some supervisor had to know, but did his supervisor know? Like how high does it go up?
I'm
Like,
just wondering how the conversation goes. Like they're in a room and they're like, "You've got to kidnap me," or is it, "We've got to kidnap you"? I'm wondering, like, how does that go down? That's so fucking weird.
Well, next time I have her on, and I'll have her on again. I'll make sure I write that question down because that's a thing. And so she was saying at one point the FBI wanted to create a plot where they invented a bunch of militias in a bunch of different states, where these invented militias then kidnap the governors of that state, and it was almost like a civil war kind of thing. And I'm like, no one's gonna believe that all these militias all kidnap governors at the same time. That's too unbelievable.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. They go with, so ever since 9/11, they've been going with increasingly more shit that it's just not believable because they realize it doesn't need to be.
People are stupid.
Well, even if they're smart enough to see what's going on, they've amassed enough control now that it doesn't matter if there is dissent. Once upon a time, it would have, but they have now consolidated enough control and power over your rights and the ability to remove them, that they can just come out and say what they're doing now, pretty much. They don't need to go to all this effort to hide shit anymore because in discovering, when people find out what we're doing, when we're actually, it doesn't change shit anyway, because all we need to do is just say otherwise, and they will behave accordingly, even if they don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Control the media, you can control their minds.
Yeah. The
that's fucked.
fourth column or whatever, it's the fourth pillar, the state. It's really like the main one. It's the media runs everything.
Yeah, but we don't believe the media anymore. I haven't had cable for probably 20 years.
No, but you don't know. But that's just one division of the media. We're on the media right now. We're on it right now. YouTube is just as captured, and so is Rumble. Rumble is becoming as captured, just in a different. It's happening slower and it's more discreet, but it is happening. It's happening through the creators.
You think what? It's captured, but on the right?
Yes.
Controlled opposition.
Yes.
Okay, but
it's controlled opposition.
Reality has a right-wing bias.
That's true, but they can both. So both things are correct.
Okay, but so this is actually kind of interesting here. All right, so
and also I would argue that reality only has a right-wing bias in today's paradigm, which Retard earlier on explained has shifted all the way. He was thinking it was shifting the other way, but it did shift in the ridiculously amount over to the left, which has changed our definitions. So that's why the expression the reality leans right is somewhat true in today's paradigm. But
Sure, in
when I
20
was growing
years,
up,
it
it
could be
wasn't.
different.
Yeah. When I was growing up, it seemed quite moderate. I mean, maybe I just didn't understand. But
Okay, but so here's the thing, though. I would rather be in a captured system like Rumble, where everyone can still actually agree on facts.
yeah, so what I'm saying is like, if there is a gradient of the most captured to the least captured, obviously the internet media, what they call alternate media or social media, is the least captured. However, it's on the sliding scale of controlled opposition, and it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's not going in the right direction, is my point. It's just going in the wrong
I think
direction.
Twitter proved how captured all these companies really are.
Yeah, that has actually been quite an astonishing like wake-up call. Now, I will say, like, if we go back to that other thing, oh, it's not on the screen, but like you saw how I don't know how valuable or trustworthy that data is. I kind of believe it's real. Twitter does seem to be more on a even fluctuation now. I'd like to see that graph scale out because it seems to have only just been made available there. So there's only like a week's data there. I'd like to see a few months and see what happens. But yeah, you're right, because it's the if it is the least biased, artificially biased, then it has been incredibly revealing.
I'd like to see what they consider right wing also, just because of all the stuff with the left and right wing thing. A lot of people get things confused, like Nazis.
I wonder
are
what they
right-wing.
teach in political science now. They must teach this in
Masks
political
don't
science.
stop aerosol is the right-wing statement.
Sorry, can you repeat what?
COVID masks don't stop aerosol is a right-wing statement.
Yes, so
It-
that's an
which is-
example of reality.
That's a right-wing statement, right?
Yes.
So as I was saying, imagine if you took the moderators and the rules off of Reddit, and then people could say things like masks don't stop COVID aerosols. All of a sudden, it would be a super right-wing place. It doesn't matter that the the government was like,
oh,
don't,
okay. So what you're saying is you're wondering how the dashboard measures right wing versus conservative, liberal versus, yeah. Is that what you're saying? So like, has the definitions of liberal versus conservative contaminated even this website, which is trying to signify okay, that's possible. I would imagine that it would go back to the political scientific definition, which would be somewhat more rigid and tethered to
because definitions have been changing quite a bit these days.
They have, but yes.
You're like,
but
what is a woman?
That's right wing.
That's it. Yeah. How dare you even bring? How dare you?
What?
Oh,
like, what
dang.
is a woman? Like, I wanna go touch some peepees, but I need to make sure I'm touching a woman's peepee. I don't know what a woman is, though.
I think there's a clip from a movie called Kindergarten Cop that can explain this.
Yeah, this used to be so simple to answer, but no one is satisfied with these simplex answers anymore. Even though that is more than satisfactory.
I only say that
to actually
because
answer the question.
I only say that because Yeti says the same people who say you must trust the science don't know any of the science, right? So you must take this experimental climate change injection and trust the science, but also women have penises. And you're like, wait, but the science says it doesn't. Like, nope, not that science. That's dis and malinformation. And you're like, you're just making
actually,
up words.
science was racist before it was sexist and transphobic. They've tried to run it through a few different washes. Yeah, it was patriarchal, then racist, then it was what is it now?
It's transphobic.
Yeah, that's it. Everything's transphobic.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I'm fine with
No,
it.
no, actually, no, I'm not, because we're fucking with definitions again. We're like, I don't know why I clicked on that thing again, but we're fucking with a phobia is something we fear.
You're right.
I
I'm not
don't
afraid. I'm
fear
just
them.
intolerant.
I'm to not like them.
I'm a bigot.
I think it's disgusting. I think it's perverted. I think
You
it's
like game
evil.
stonks? I'm a bigot. I get it. You want to call me Hitler? Fine.
And I
We can
don't
put on some
really throw
AI
around the word
fucking
evil a lot.
translated shit. Listen to that for a few minutes. I bet you'll really like it. Because we know
So,
those
I mean,
lefties
things
for
that
some
we're
reason.
scared of, we tend to run away from.
Anyways,
Whereas, yeah.
I wanted to watch this cringe. Also, you know what I was thinking of the other day? Before we get to Gretchen, you know how a lot of the vaccine conspiracy theories came true, but there were so many of them. Obviously, there was going to be some that didn't come true, and and we just forgot about them because they didn't come true.
Yeah, go on.
I remember saying, "Well, we don't know; they haven't come true yet. I mean, there's still time." One of them was was like you glow under like was it black light or like purple light or something like that. Your veins would glow or something. What happened to that?
Who came up with that?
Because there's like a chemical or anything called luciferase or something, and they're like, really, you're gonna call the chemical luciferase? Isn't that a little on the nose? What happened to that conspiracy theory? Did that fizzle out?
I've never heard of it, so I
Oh,
don't think it
kinda
got off the
ridiculous.
ground.
Also, I want to know what happened to everybody being magnetic. Did people stop being magnetic?
Did they start?
Some people were genuinely putting shit on their body, and I'm like, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you can stick shit to your skin if it's like a little bit humid.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know any vaccinated people that were like recently vaxxed that were close to me. I couldn't stick stuff on them. I would have if I had the opportunity.
Oh, that would have been.
I just don't have any magnets.
I'm pretty sure people are paramagnetic though.
Possibly.
Yeah, like
and also
like
people were giving
iron
off
and shit.
MAC ID numbers. did anything happen to that?
MAC ID.
I don't even know what a MAC ID is.
That's bullshit. It's like an IP address, but for Macs.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They're giving off fucking
It's a
these
hardware
numbers, and you could like.
Yeah, well, it's not like it's not an internet protocol. It's a hardware identifier, but it's the same kind of concept.
I don't know. They're giving off these like
Okay.
ID numbers, and you're like, "Oh my god, what the hell is this?" And you're like, "I don't know, but this number goes wherever you go now. It's weird. I can pick it up on my phone." Hey, is that still a thing? Did
Maybe
that
there was an
happen?
RFID tag stuck in their shirt, and they're retarded. I don't know.
Okay, I remember seeing this one video where the person like went to like
I just
the
don't
beach.
see any utility for them to put in a MAC address specifically that protocol into.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
that's
I'm
just
saying
dumb.
maybe I'm saying the thing wrong. I mean, give me some leeway with what I'm saying. I'm remembering this from fucking years ago, and I don't have
any
a memory.
kind of like public consumers. I just don't see the being able to broadcast like a public standard where anyone could just pick that up on their Wi-Fi or whatever.
I don't know. So this person just like they were standing on like it was like a pier or whatever, and at a beach and all that, and there's people all around them, and then they just were like scanning, and then all of a sudden all these things like popped up or whatever, and it was just people.
We lost user.
Oh dear.
Did
Shut
you
up.
did you see that on TikTok?
Did I see
Not
that? I
doing
don't have TikTok.
It's just a website though. You can just go to it though.
I choose not to, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I was just wondering. I was just wondering what happened to those conspiracy. Jackie says that the MAC addresses is very real. Internet of Things
Bullshit.
is greater than Internet.
Why would
of
they put it
Bodies.
on that? Why would they use that standard where it's so easily discoverable by a consumer, by just a normal anyone? It doesn't make sense. They would use surely a different like protocol that's only available to say like intelligence or whatever.
Also, I want to say, is
Oops,
wait, no,
sorry,
hang on, wait.
we both clicked.
Yeti is what the
Live
fuck?
flipper.
Is saying that what the fuck is this? Was I that
This one?
that there was? How did you know I was looking for that one specifically? It's like we're friends, you and I. And
I don't know. I looked at it and I was like, it seems like that's what he's interested in because I am.
Yeah. So is okay? Is Yeti saying this as a matter of fact, or is he saying the opposite?
Well, hold on. It's a lot easier to say that, and I agree with him. If there is no scientific basis, that doesn't mean it's not.
I can
true.
tell you
It
the
means it
scientific
hasn't been,
basis
it
straight
hasn't
up.
been proven as, huh?
I can tell you the scientific basis is really, really easy.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the scientific basis is actually the aluminum in the that's used as the adjuvant or whatever. It's a non-biological aluminum, so it's actually it goes to your brain and it's in there forever. Aluminum causes a tremendous amount of inflammation, right? And so it may not cause it all by itself. It may in some instances 100%. But often it's the straw that breaks the camel's back because autism
So you're saying it's
essentially
like an accelerant or a catalyst or some sort of thing for it, but is it?
it causes chronic brain inflammation. That's
Is there a
essentially what autism is.
correlative? Is there a correlation or a causative link? Have they proven causation, or is there just a correlation? Although obviously this element getting to the brain is alarming in itself, does that prove the effects of what it's doing? And my second question is, what is this? Where is that information from?
Oh, I forget where I found it, but I did find it. It was
That's really
actual.
important.
It was actually legit. I think I found it through Del Bigtree. Because
I just posted a link in private chat.
Because when at
Shit,
one
it's
point,
easier.
I became obsessed with curing my kids' autism, and I mean I still pay quite close attention to it. But I wanted to understand. How is it? I have 4 children. 4 children in 4 years, and they're all autistic. Really, all of them? Thanks God. What are you doing to me? And so I needed to know. I needed to know if I did it. Did I do it because my firstborn was vaccinated, my secondborn was vaccinated, my thirdborn was much less vaccinated. My fourthborn absolutely not. And then
Yeah, but he's got it too, hasn't he?
yes. And so I mean that's kind of like and
That
it's
rules
funny.
that out.
Well,
At least in your case.
It rules that out in my youngest son's case, but that was before I realized that vaccines can
Is this hold on, user? Is this the research paper that Sean is talking about?
What are we looking at here? I don't even know.
This is real
It
time
has something to do
self-assembly.
with
Real time self-assembly of stereo microscopically visible artificial constructions in incubated specimens of mRNA products, mainly from Pfizer and Moderna.
Yeah, this isn't the one
longitudinal
I was
study.
looking at. I was looking at a much older study. It was just about the aluminum.
Okay, there's a lot to digest here, but
This is the shit that they put in you starts turning into little things, and you're like, why does this look like machinery?
I mean, they never just put it in a fucking like normal layman's sentence though in these papers though, dude.
Well, they have to be sciencey, but I
Of
remember
course,
the-
but like, there's no like, of course,
I think
there's
there's
the
photos.
summary. Even their summaries, like it's just
Yeah,
an
there's
abstract.
photos in there somewhere too.
Yeah, the photos that not those photos of the actual like machinery and shit being built. It's fucking crazy, and then you go, huh?
These look like, yeah. I'd need to actually read the paper properly to understand what I'm reading.
Well, when you get to the photo, you're gonna look at it and you go, huh? That's
what?
that's
So is
probably
this the
weird.
document that I'm searching for? Because this is like 80 pages or something. Is
Yeah, there
this
you go, there
the? These are like this nanotechnology shit you talk that fucking John Campbell was John.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Campbell was
Actually,
talking
yes.
about.
The stuff is assembling into something. It might not be nanotechnology, sure.
No, but
maybe
it
it's
looked
not.
like no. He
It-
was
it's
yeah. His
something.
claim was that it resembles nanotechnology.
Yes,
he didn't,
it's something
He didn't,
fucked.
well,
It's a type of
technology just means
nanotechnology. It's just not a robot or something like that, or what we think of
Yeah.
as robots.
yeah. It's not robotics necessarily, but it's still a holy shit. There's all these comments.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, chat.
Yeah, so vaccines don't cause all autism. It causes some. Sometimes it can just be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Sometimes it's sometimes it's simple genetics. Sometimes it's the mom being on certain antidepressants. BPA, the old bisphemol A,
Bisphenol.
that causes autism. But also like the basically anything that causes chronic brain inflammation. Falling off a horse, hitting your head can cause autism, believe it or not. There's anything
mean,
that's
that's
chronic
the
brain
most believable
inflammation
thing I've
where
heard.
signals can't cross correctly or at all is what that is.
The graphene is the bigger issue. Hold on. So what's this thing? Because that fucking Ian Crossland goes on and on and on about graphene all the time. Now wait, we've got a few different claims going on here.
Oh,
My mum has a Mac address now. So do my sisters, all 3 aunts, and a brother-in-law too. Guess who doesn't? This guy. Yeah, but hold a second. Do they have iPhones? If they've got iPhones, they've all got a MAC address there. So if it's anywhere close to their person, that's what you're reading. Have you done the control test where you put all the phones away in like a Faraday cage or like a huge distance away from it, like wherever you're testing? And then if so, then my next suggestion would be that it's resolving just like scrambled background microwave noise.
Yeah,
That's
you'd have to
crazy.
do that somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Because I mean, if I tried that here, I'd be picking up my neighbor's stuff. There's no way.
Yeah,
around
like
it.
the MAC addresses, they broadcast for a long distance, and Apple devices are so ubiquitous. That's how the Find Me tags work with no batteries, because they've got such a broad network that they can work off ultra low frequencies, that they can just communicate small packets to one, like just a fellow Apple device, and just connect to the network that way off like residual current. It's kind of crazy.
Great spy
Anyway.
technology.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's what they've got in the sort of consumer grade phones and products, right? But the spy technology goes even further than that. They've got like they've got the ability to embed that shit into dust, so that the technology they're using is so small, it's like particles of dust. So they can literally embed it in paint, plastic shells. You'll never find the components because they're literally in the paint or in the molding. It's like it's really freaky.
So if you can
Now-
put it in dust, you can put it in a
You can put
person.
it in a vaccine. Yes, I know you can, but why would it be on a MAC address?
That I don't know.
Is my
I don't even know what a
question,
MAC
because it's-
address is. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it's an Apple standard for identifying Apple devices, mobile, like portable Apple device, or any Apple device that can connect to the network.
Any device, actually.
Is there a generic version of that that's just not Apple?
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
everything.
all of the
Windows,
non-Apple devices don't
Linux.
have a MAC address.
Okay, what does a non-Apple device have?
They
What is
might
a
have,
MAC
like,
address that's not Apple?
that there is no such thing. Mac stands for Macintosh.
Well, I understand that. You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying, is there
What is the
a not
equivalent? I mean, so there's multiple different ways to identify devices. One of the main ones is like IMEI, but that's again, even Apple devices have that as well. But there is fucking user. What am I missing? I'm drawing blank here. There's IMEIs. There's I'll go into my settings here. There's like a bunch of different ones.
Oh,
Why
you
am
know
I
what's really
blanking
funny?
on
I
it?
think my phone is listening to me because all of a sudden this article popped
I mean,
up.
there's an internet protocol address. Everyone knows what that is, but that's more of like a tunnel to the internet itself, which can change.
Listen to this headline of this article. Siblings of autistic children face 7-fold increased risk of
Bluetooth
autism.
address, Wi-Fi address, SEID, EID, IMEI, ICCID.
Maybe MAC address is just easier.
IMEI2. There's a lot of different identifiers standards, but they're public standards that telcos use and consumer electronics use. So like, it doesn't make sense to me why they would make it available on a protocol where it could be easily discovered and turned into a conspiracy theory like this.
I
It
don't
just
think
seems to
it's
me
an
more
IP
likely that they're
address.
picking up background noise. Huh?
Anything that uses an IP address has a MAC address. So routers, everything has it. It's a hardware identifier. You can actually tell what company it is by, I think it's the first.
Oh, you're right too, because Macs have to talk to them as well. So that's why.
Yeah.
You're right. So even more than Macs have them too. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so all I'm asking is where did that conspiracy theory end up? Right? So many of them proved it true. I'm interested in the ones that haven't proved it true. Is it because we were just wrong, or do we just need more time?
Well, that one's
to that community.
That theory in its form as presented there is never going to prove true. I don't believe, unless they're incredibly stupid to have. I mean, if that was true, it would already be evident. But it's just prima facie bullshit to me, because it's just, I don't understand why they would use that protocol.
I want to give you bonus points for saying prima facie just like that, and using it correctly.
It does not.
Points.
Why does that? Is that a common?
No,
Who
it's not
doesn't know?
common. It's a legal term. It's Latin, so people don't know what the fuck you're talking about, except people who've gone to fucking police school. I
hear it all the time.
lawyers.
I literally hear it all the time. Maybe
Who says that? Other than me, who says that?
I mean, I don't know. I was trying to recall a sneeze or something, but I've definitely heard it. I've certainly heard it.
Okay.
Surely I have no. I don't know. You fucking stumped me now.
No, because that's
on its face. On its face.
On its face. Yeah.
This is, I think, is a direct translation.
Yes, that's what I mean. And people don't even use the expression "on its face" much. So for you to use a Latin, I mean that's impressive. That would be like that would be like if you were like, listen, mutatis mutandis, and I'd be like, oh my god, that's amazing. So sometimes I'll be talking to my wife, and this is why she hates me, and I'll be explaining to her, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, it would be the equivalent of, if this thing happened, mutatis mutandis, and then she'd be like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, it means the example was the exact same, but we only
but
swapped
I
out
mean,
the
there's
one
certain
thing.
Latin phrases that are far more common in vernacular than that.
And then she'd be like, why are you saying that? I'm like, sometimes I forget who I'm talking to. I need to talk. I need to talk grade 5.
I thought I was talking to some Roman emperor. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I confused you for Danny. Like your Australian accent disappeared there, lady.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
We're talking about
ipso facto is another one. That's another one. That's a common one. That's in the vernacular.
Oh, you know what's really funny? Last night I was talking to Chris.
Wait, MAC addresses are not Apple. They're Apple standard.
I was talking to
Are they
Chris,
not?
and I
Have
used the word
I got that wrong?
apropos.
It's a universal state because you need one.
Well,
in
it's
order
universal
to-
now, but
yeah.
it began as an Apple standard,
No.
did it not?
No,
Did it not?
I don't think so.
So what does Mac stand
ARPANET was a
for?
thing. Machine something, I don't know. I haven't. Nobody cares anymore.
Okay, good. I don't feel
Ah,
crazy.
look,
then.
I've been corrected here. Okay, hold on. MAC addresses are not Apple. Mac is medium access control address. Ha. Okay.
All right, I feel vindicated.
No, you're still not vindicated. I was just had a slight detail wrong.
I feel a little more vindicated. But anyways, so I
The
was talking to
same
Chris
same
yesterday.
elements of my argument stand. It just means that I had a detail about the origins of the Mac standard wrong, but it's still nonetheless a public standard that is easily identifiable. Who just joined us? Jack. Am I reading it? That's who I'm reading your comment, isn't it?
Wait, is he up? Okay, he's up. He's just
there
muted.
he
All
is.
right, he's gonna let us have it.
All right. So first off, a MAC address is just basically it's the ID for a device for you to connect to it with the internet wirelessly. That's all it is. It's an identification, whether it's your wireless speaker or your fucking earbuds or a microphone. If it has wireless connection, like via Bluetooth Low Energy or
Wired too.
Wi-Fi, it has a form of a MAC address.
Yeah.
And it's not specific to Apple.
Okay. That's where I was. That's the only bit that I was mistaken because I understood the functionality of it in the real world. However, go on.
So the problem is that not every MAC address is defined, identifiable, or verified. And we now have tens of millions of more of these unverified MAC addresses walking around our cities. And you literally have to use a type of detector that doesn't ignore those. Like if you put on your search function for your Bluetooth to find your headphones, it's not going to come up with the MAC addresses for these things. That shit has been patched out for years. You literally have to download a program that looks like a radar and finds every single MAC address in every direction at a distance, and then
What are the implications for what you're saying though? What is the implications for that and the theory that there is a MAC address
that technically anywhere that you walk through that uses radio frequency to communicate with devices, like I don't know if you have these down in Arizona, but do you have shopping carts that lock when you walk out the door and haven't paid?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. That is a radio frequency based technology. So let's say you walk out of the store. They know when you came in, they know when you left, if they are tracking that. They're also talking about having it where
that's on your person. If that's on your person. So what you're saying is
it's not that it would be on your person, it's in your person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, it's the same thing. So it's attached. It's attached to you.
No, on my person, I can leave in the car.
Okay, but all right, I understand. But the implication here is that yes, it is reasonable for them to use the MAC address standard,
especially since they don't have to define what the device is,
because it's become
and
so
they can explain
that
that.
it can.
So it could be used. It could be your friend.
So by using the MAC address as a standard, they can, because of the flood of information in today's
all those wireless
they can operate in essentially invisibly.
Or your power meters, they're all wireless now too.
Okay, this does kill my argument.
Devices
This does kill
that
my
have
argument.
MAC addresses.
All of your fridges connect to the Internet of Things now.
My stove does.
That's the word
See?
I was. Yeah, Internet of Things, IoT. That's
Well, the
shit
Internet of
that-
Things is the step before Internet of Bodies. Now, what is a body?
Well, the Internet of Things go into the body. That's how it's working. Like if they're putting it in dust particles, which I believe they are, and I've seen the patents for it, then they're definitely able to put it in.
Well, now
to-
you know how like AI has a habit of telling on itself sometimes.
Yeah.
Go into the Discord and pull up the screenshot I took.
Going in there.
Which
And just read it.
in main feed.
I don't know. It's like an AI. It's a
So what am I
Google
looking at
AI.
here?
No, scroll up. I would have posted right there. Yeah. And just give it a read. Read it to the class. I'll shut up.
Self-assembling nanoparticles are nanoparticles that are spontaneously organized into ordered structures without human intervention. So like what we were seeing in the earlier slide. This process can occur through direct interactions. But sorry, before I read this, because I don't want to forget, what you're saying does have implications. So it does kill my argument for they wouldn't use a max standard, because that you've just now made it plausible for them to use the max standard and stay hidden. So that kills my argument. And what I also want to add is the fact that where the standard comes from, whether it was Mac or if it was universal, means nothing to this argument. That was just a distraction. But I am grateful for you clarifying that for me.
When I was getting so frustrated in the chat, it's like, come on, man, just read the damn comment. What the fuck it? I'm going up there. I saw the StreamYard link earlier.
Yeah. I should have posted it again or pinned it. Sorry.
Oh no! I found it. It was in the Discord.
Okay, so this process.
Keep reading it. Keep reading.
Hold on, this is a bit small. I want to do it on. Where's the fucking browser? Here we go. This process can occur through direct interactions between nanoparticles or indirectly through their environment. Self-assembly is a promising, low-cost, and high-throughput approach to nanofabrication. It has many applications in nanotechnology, imaging, biosensors, and biomedical sciences. Here are some details about self-assembling nanoparticles. How to control the assembly. Oh wait, I've missed this bit. How they assemble. Nanoparticles can assemble chemically through covalent or non-covalent interactions with their capping ligands. What the fuck is a ligand? I don't know. How to control the assembly. To achieve precise and scalable assembly, the ligand molecules must be carefully positioned onto the nanoparticle. Protein nanoparticles, self-assembling protein nano. Is anyone following this? Because I feel like I'm gonna lose the 5 people that.
No. Just keep going. It's about to tell on itself.
Okay, self-assembling proteins, nanoparticles, SAPNs, are made up of symmetric protein oligomers I don't understand what I'm reading. Protein oligomers that form 3-dimensional shells. They can be simple or complex, and some may have an outer lipid envelope. SAPNs have been used in the development of vaccines, such as those used against human papillomavirus. Self-assembling nanoparticles have been used in the development of COVID-19 vaccines. They can also be used to improve the stability of vaccines by co-delivering an antigen with an adjuvant. I don't understand any of what I just read other than the implication of that they're in that.
It's not even an implication. It's a claim.
It is, because I don't it's a there's the claim that implies something. Which
I'm not saying it's proven, confirmed. I'm saying it's not even like implying that this could be a development. It is saying that is already a thing.
Yeah, okay. If I take it on its face, that's what it's saying. I would like to see the source for it. It's interesting to see that it's pulled that up, but I just like anything that AI comes up with is just not worth even reading at this point.
You got to realize though, AI is usually controlled by people who develop it and code it, where they don't.
Yeah,
it's like when you ask Alexa, it's like, why should I vote for Trump? I can't give you political advice. And it's like, well, why should I vote for Kamala? And then it gives you like a fucking 15-page report on all the reasons why you should. And then people post it online, and Amazon's like, oh shit, fuck, That's a bug. We'll fix it. We'll patch
Yeah,
it.
they always say that as if that's believable.
That actually happened.
I know it
Like-
did. I know,
Like,
but
like
well,
less than
that's what
2
they
weeks
say.
ago, that
happened.
was a thing.
So here are some of the interesting ones. This one looks like it's spawning a dick tree. There's a bunch of little.
I can't see your mouse.
That's called wood.
Oh.
Which one?
Top middle.
Oh yeah.
You might have to zoom in a little bit.
Usually your bottom middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see
is
your
it
mouse there.
Zooming in at all?
No, because it's got a dumb fucking.
That's weird. I zoom in and it's zooming out. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, because
Have you seen graphene? Have you seen graphene being controlled by resonant frequencies?
Oh, okay. So that was the other thing. Graphene. I don't know.
Yeah, graphene's just carbon. Graphene's just carbon. It's
Yeah,
the
but
same
it's
thing
like
as pencil lead, and
that's graphite.
What exactly? Are we
Why
talking
is that
electromagnetic or sound?
Hold
on.
Sorry, what?
This looks like a pube.
So frequencies of sound or electromagnetic waves?
I believe it's the electromagnetic because they're not audible.
But
that doesn't mean But that doesn't mean it's not in an audio frequency that humans can't hear. I mean,
So-
you can
Okay.
barely hear a dog whistle if you can hear it
assemble
at all.
patterns. Yeah, you can
How
assemble patterns with sound with sand. So I mean that's
Right,
very
where
easy.
you have or where you put the sand on the speakers and it makes like the different yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
sonic resonance. But like, I was wondering if you could explain that, because I don't believe graphene is the same as graphite, which is the material used in
Yeah, well, diamonds aren't made of graphite and they're carbon also.
Yes, but so it's a carbon derivative. But what is the property that makes it
Everything
graphene?
is a hydrogen and a carbon derivative. They bond to everything.
So do you
Almost every go look up any chemical, and if it doesn't start with a C, it starts with an H.
I don't think you're hearing the question. What makes it graphene?
It's because it is in a 6-directional lattice. Basically,
Okay,
it's
that's
like
the question I was asking.
it's one molecule thick, and it's like a honeycomb.
Okay, so it's this about its crystalline structure. So that's the
It's C6.
Some of this
Okay.
shit's pretty wild, eh? Like, look at this fucking shit.
Like it's essentially like C6 because it's a carbon to a carbon to a carbon at every available spot.
Yes. Okay, so that answers exactly what I wanted to know.
I thought right angles weren't natural in his in nature.
There's no right angles with 6. Right angles are 4.
I'm not seeing perfect right angles
No,
here.
he's
or
saying
maybe
with
I am, yeah.
that.
Oh, I can't see it. It's all
Like,
tiny.
some of these are like right angles, and I'm like, I thought that doesn't happen in nature.
Well, they're not perfect.
Well, some
but
of them are.
there are
Some of them
They
look-
look very symmetrical though.
Like
Yeah,
some of them
well,
are pretty
even what we think is a perfect right angle isn't a perfect right angle.
Yeah, true.
But it's just fucking. I don't know.
It's like a perfect circle. Well, then what's the end of pi?
What's the what? Sorry.
What's the end of pi? If there's a perfect circle, what's the end of pi?
42.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could answer that without using. You could. I guess you could answer that in a different number system. It's just you wouldn't be able to do it in
You have a
decimals.
1 in 10 chance. Take a guess.
You could do it in fractionals, but you couldn't do it with decimals because it's a. Where'd he go?
Oh, did he drop out? Sometimes
He dropped
sometimes
out.
he does that. He's in Washington after all.
Ah,
The
bummer.
state of Washington. Gross.
Or you could have done what
Well,
I
I'm in
did,
Arizona.
click the wrong thing and open something in the wrong window.
Yeah, you are in Arizona. Yeah, we got New York, Arizona, Washington, and Ontario. Oh,
There he is. He's back.
Oh, you got a boop. That's smart that you got a boop.
Did you
can
kick
turn
me
on the
off?
boop.
I wasn't even touching my phone.
No, you honestly just dropped. But yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
I
boop
got kicked
whenever-
from the thing before too. That's why I'm on the right now.
I didn't figure you kicked me. I just I just wanted to make an entrance.
No, you were halfway through a thing. I thought you were like, did he get angry with me?
I don't get
What?
angry. I get
How did you
even
move from it?
sometimes.
Oh, you can just do that. I didn't know.
Oh, see, it was. Now, who's number one?
No, we're just being
See, Sean's bottom. I'm top.
Oh goodness.
That's pretty great. Okay. Wait.
Oh, he's feeling a little something.
How do I wish I could fucking edit these things while I was on the live. Apparently you can do shapes now. Not that it really matters because this thing's going to expire. in a
Oh,
couple-
as you were saying, you could do fractions. That I was about to say, yeah, but that's because fractions allow for repeating like numbers, like endlessly repeating threes and shit.
Yeah, it's a more precise way of dividing. But obviously it's not as useful as, I don't know, it's useful for some applications.
You see,
But yeah,
I'm in America land where we still use stuff like 1/4 inch and 5/16 on our tools.
it makes
So-
sense with tooling. I have always actually thought it does make sense with tooling. Because
Well, here's the thing: is like 10 is the worst fucking number they could have chosen. Like 10 has two values, 2 and 5, both of them pretty much useless unless you're thinking in pairs or counting on your fingers. And which is why I call it a mouth breathing finger counting system, because that's what it is. That's what decimalization is.
yeah,
I
there's
think
like
they're
all
gonna bring up
sorts
10
of like
millimeter sockets and how they always go missing.
They do always go missing. I need to go buy a couple.
It's because the word sock, just like socks go missing, sockets go missing.
oh shit, you
Why is it
just
always the
uncovered
10
a
millimeter?
secret.
It's a spell. Literally, get it? Spell. SOCK. You sock someone, you disappear too, because you don't want to get arrested.
I think that was a stretch. That's a stretch.
That's a stretch, but the whole thing has blown my mind.
A
So,
sock
like,
account gets banned. You never see it again. It's gone.
The vaccines have their own MAC addresses that are attached to your medical records and the company of the vaccine you took. Okay, look, I'm glad we had that out because I've now come around to this idea of the viability of using such a standard.
And
to
when you were,
hide in the
you
same
didn't say it
sense
like
that-
this, but you were like, "Oh, fuck all with this shit," and it's like, no.
What is that? What was that? Sorry, I got distracted by these ridiculous.
No, but like originally you didn't say the term "fuck all" with this, or it's just like, but you were like, okay, we've entered stupid territory. Let's corral her back in, boys. And I'm just like, excuse me, sir, but I need to bring something to your attention.
Well, no, like that is a. I mean, I'm taking what you say is true because, like, you obviously know more about it because you were able to.
I don't
disabuse
claim it to be
information that-
true.
No, I know, but you were
the last 2 years have taught us nothing's
No,
true.
hold on. That wasn't what I was charging you with. I was saying, you have successfully brought me around to the viability of it possibly being true. But
Well,
'cause
all I
originally
know
the
is-
thing that turned me off about it was like, it doesn't. Why would they do that? But then that shows gaps of my understanding and what MAC addresses have become.
Yeah, and when
In the same sense that the CIA built the Tor network so large that they could hide within it themselves.
right, and DARPA invented the internet. That's
Yeah, well, Opera.
And
never
Harp is
joined
making the
DARPA.
hurricanes.
I mean, it could be, but they also could be just using do.
Like Mountain?
Do.
Directed energy weapons.
Oh yes, that's
Like the shit they like the shit they lit Maui up with. You got a blue. If you got a blue roof, you're fine.
9 years ago, apparently, that the CBS did a big thing about how they're like doing weather shit. They're making weather with like, was it an insane amount of powered laser. Was it a terawatt? I think it was like a terawatt laser or something. And yeah, they were
That
making
does sound
making
terrifying.
yeah,
See what I mean?
they're making shit happen. It was that fancy TV scientist, the Asian fella, who was saying like,
Michio Kaku,
that's probably the guy. That sounds like a funny
The
name.
Japanese one.
the guy who's a theoretical scientist or a theoretical cosmologist,
I'm
which
not.
means he has a degree in nothing.
Yeah, then chatting and bullshitting coffee. Just
Yeah.
like HR.
Like his degree literally is, I have a degree in conceptualized nothing. And they
Yeah.
say an anthropology degree is worthless. At least you can identify the trannies.
I don't think
Very
I
true.
don't think they're worthless. Look, I think theoretical academia is useful. I just don't think. I think
Yeah,
they're
but all
a
it
bit
is a
overglorified.
degree that
That's
says
all.
you
They
can
take a
smoke
little
a
bit too much
joint and
authority.
think outside the box, no matter how ridiculous it may seem at the time.
Yeah, they just take a little bit too much authority on stuff, I think. So, for example, when Neil Tyson comes out and wants to all of a sudden start piping up on the trans debate, which is obviously
Or the jab debate.
ordered from the top. Yeah, it just doesn't like
It's like
way to go
bro,
and like
you know
destroy all of your
constellations.
credibility. Huh?
It's like, bro, you know constellations. Tell me if Mercury is in retrograde.
Hmm.
You are a glorified astrologist, Neil.
Yes, but he's also on top of that, he's a very talented speaker, orator, and storyteller, which is what they're relying on when they put through that mandated talking point and say, do this or you won't have another season of anything ever again. I don't know if he's had that conversation exactly. I doubt it, but I'm sure there are certain forces that
I have this like assumption that anyone who wears a bow tie on television and is not wearing a tux or doing it as a joke, they're diddlers and they're in the circle.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the diddler guy.
Peter Hotes.
What's his name? Paul Rubin.
Yeah, there you go.
What's his that was Pee Wee Herman, right?
That was
Paul Rubin, is that his name?
yeah,
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, was it? I know Ruben was.
Rogers.
He wasn't diddling, was he? Wasn't he just jerking
Mr.
off? in a movie
Rogers
theater?
wore a tie,
Oh, you're right. He did wear a tie. Yeah,
but he wore a vest too, so it's suspect.
I don't want to
Hey, I like
besmirch
Mr.
Mr.
Rogers.
Rogers. I think he seemed like, I don't know, but the whole setup seems kind of sus.
I was so sad when I found out he wasn't like an army sniper with a bunch of confirmed kills, because that was like the rumor when you
What,
like
that he
first that he was an ex-army sniper with like 100 confirmed kills or some shit. And I
Well,
would
this is
sit
kind
there
of
and think, this is how he came up with his show. He's like laying in wait for like 2 days waiting for his target to go by this area, and he can't move, and he's like in a ghillie suit, and just to keep his mind active and fresh and focused, he'll be like,
It's funny
I
you
wonder
say
how,
this because
I wonder how
your-
crayons are made. Oh,
your-
it's a lovely day in the neighborhood.
Your
Could it be
profile picture
mine?
there based on Bob Ross, I see. And he himself was a drill sergeant, Bob Ross.
And that's why
so,
he never yelled. He hated yelling
Yes.
because of it.
And he became this like gentle sort of thing, but he had that sort of background. And maybe that's where it was sort of coming from.
I don't think he was a sniper though. Was like he might have had confirmed kills from.
No, but he
service.
was a drill sergeant, and
That just means you yell at people for a living.
I'm not
That's what I'm
saying
doing
he killed
right now.
people.
I'm yelling.
I'm not trying to say, come on. I'm not trying to say he's hard for killing people. I'm just saying he's the direct opposite of what his character was, and this may have been the inspiration that ran away into this story for Mr. Rogers.
See, but honestly, I remember hearing about the Mr. Rogers thing like before Bob Ross, and I was watching Bob Ross on PBS because my mom loved Bob Ross's voice. I always joke that
Happy little accidents.
he started
watch him now.
ASMR
Fucking
before
great.
ASMR.
Yeah, totally. He's become the ASMR king on YouTube after his death. Posthumously, he is ASMR.
His little happy little accidents with his little trees. Oh,
His
goodness.
hair was a happy little accident. He hated the hair.
So
But when
I-
they used to tour and couldn't get it done, so he just like, fuck it, we'll perm it,
Permed it.
so I don't have to do anything, and it
And he got
became
famous
his
and couldn't
trademark.
change it.
And he just got stuck. It's like his hair got typecast.
Wait, why couldn't
I
he
didn't
change
even-
it?
He
'Cause
couldn't. It was like it was his signature, basically.
Literally in the logo, on the paintbrushes and everything.
Like he literally was not allowed to change his hair
in the
when
contract.
they were doing like tours, painting shops where they go around and do painting workshops, recording the show. None of it. He had to have his hair permed for all the stuff he did for the joy of painting.
But only because he started it and then it stuck. So it's his own fault.
Yeah, he
Imagine how much money they would have saved if he would have just wore a wig.
No,
Yeah,
but just
definitely.
imagine how much money they saved by him just perming his hair. He didn't have to get it
That's
done.
Yeah, but like it's funny. I think it would have been worth the spend. I didn't notice he only had one finger until like way late. Like really late.
Did you ever notice that Radar from MASH had like half a deformed hand? That's why he's
Did I
always
say
holding the
only had one
clipboard.
finger? I meant missing one finger.
Yeah, I knew what you meant, but I didn't feel like it was important enough to correct. But it reminded me of Radar from MASH, the little guy with the glasses that always like come up holding the clipboard. That clipboard was to hide his deformed hand.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Excuse me, my hair looked like that.
Like he had like quarters of fingers on one hand, and the palm was all extra tiny.
Excuse me. Well, we're at 3 hours.
Are we? It goes by. Oh shit! It's 1 o'clock, man. I gotta wake up for school.
Yeah. I don't,
hate
but I just like I'm tired.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here.
It's something.
Ah,
It's
it's
4
10
p.m.
o'clock.
You still got hours to go, bud.
What is it like? It would be what,
5 o'clock.
like 2 in the afternoon for you, or am I going the wrong direction?
No, it's 4 p.m.
4
Yeah, whatever.
4 p.m.
Yeah, what's gonna happen tomorrow since it's 4 p.m. by you, Mr. Future Man?
Well, they're both in the future.
Well, if you get your pens out, I can give you the lotto numbers.
Yeah, but I'm not in Arizona. I can't use theirs.
You should out of luck.
Wait. Do they
Tell
have
you what it's
do they have Powerball there? Because that's multi-state.
Yeah, we've got Powerball.
What about
Well,
Mega?
I guess according to Jackie, I guess we're all in the future, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm the only. I can't say that. I don't know about. I can't even read it. It's so tiny. T-Baggins. I don't know where T-Baggins is.
In New York.
Well, yeah, then you're all in the future. I'm stuck in the past.
That's right. Stuck in the past.
Well, thanks everyone for joining today. That was fun. You can catch us tomorrow on Chris's Morning Mayhem.
Oh right, yeah, that's probably something. Hang on, wait a minute.
Even though it's going to be in the evening.
Wait a minute. Hang on. It would probably behoove. That's also a good word choice. It would behoove us to maybe shout this out properly for him because he's a good dude. It's this that we are doing. If anyone's interested, anyone on Twitter or on Rumble or on YouTube, we have this thing that's going on here. Look how Danny looks with so handsome. Look at this with this fucking little MAGA hat. Look at
MAGA
that.
hat.
Yeah, so we have we're gonna have Robert Hurt of the Washcast. He's pretty great. We're gonna have Chris Clark. He's a genuine comedian. He works for the Hodge twins. And then so Chris, and then Daniel, you obviously know him, and then me looking like the Fonz here at the end. So that is Monday, October 7th at 10 p.m. It's probably gonna be a hoot because when we get together, it all turns to shit.
When are you guys gonna replace his thumbnail picture? Like Chris looks so ridiculous. That's like a bad high school pic of him.
When are we gonna replace it?
Yeah.
He doesn't take many photos.
He asked me, but he's like, "Can you send me a couple of photos?" I'm like,
He asked me. He's like, "Hey, Sean, do you have a photo of Dan?" I'm like, "Well, I have one that I use." He's like, "Send it." I send it. He's like, "Oh, I don't like that." I'm like, "Well, it's what I
No.
fucking got." And he's like, "Well, I'm sneaky." And then so then he went.
I was like, I don't take photos, man. I don't put my face on shit. I just
Like his face looks lopsided for some reason. Maybe I'm just used to always seeing him at a like 45-degree angle.
I don't know. So yeah, maybe. So then he comes back and he's like, "I got one." I'm like, "What do you mean you got one?" And then I'm like, "Send it to me." And so he sends it, and it's this one. I'm like, "Hey, that's actually a really good one. How'd you get that?" He's like, I went through a lot of footage or whatever. I was like,
I do that a lot too.
I was like, okay, all right, you
poor guy.
patient
Had
fella.
to go through a lot of bullshit.
But he got that one and it looks good. You don't look like a fag on it, so it's good.
I do a little bit, but that's okay.
No, you all serious with your sunglasses and your MAGA hat. You look more American than any of us on there.
Well, to be fair, like what? 3/5 of you are Americans on there.
Yes,
I'm American in spirit.
Well, you are in Arizona technically, right?
Yeah, definitely.
On a sound stage,
Definitely not a lie, and then
for
definitely
pretending to be an island country.
yeah, girt
Wait,
by sea, as they
Yeti
say.
says, "Who is the fat Dave Smith?" I don't know who they're referring to.
I don't know.
And then, it's Sean. Are you saying Are you saying I'm fat? That'll hurt my feelings.
Like you were kind of pudgy for a while, but you kind of slimmed it off this summer.
Me?
Yeah, you were starting to get kind of fat. You could see it in your upper cheeks. You were looking kind of squirrelish.
Do you know what it was? It's because he shaved.
That's probably true. I was probably getting fat. I need to get back on the steroids.
But I literally just told you dropped it off this summer, so
I need to get back on the steroids, and maybe I'll.
That's how much he hates his balls.
What am I going to use them for? I have a vasectomy. I'm not going to impregnate anything.
They still produce testosterone.
I don't know. I'm getting old, and I'm kind of soft in the middle.
You're getting old. You're not even as old as me. You haven't even died yet. Come back to me when you've died 6 times.
Oh, so Yeti is saying I look like a fat Dave Smith here. I guess maybe I do. It's kind of funny.
Hold on,
Oh,
Gail
goodness.
sent us something on Twitter real quick.
I like Gail. I hope
Listen,
Gail's followed me at
they
Third
were
Railify
talking
on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Rumble.
Could
think
you
maybe she
grift
did.
a little bit more?
I have to grift. It's what I do. I haven't even begun to grift my locals. Thirdrailify.locals.com. I haven't even started.
Give me some more. Give me one more.
Well, those are the
Match.
4 things
match
that I
them.
have.
What about Odyssey? You got an Odyssey?
I don't have Odyssey.
Oh, you can literally take your YouTube channel and just make it automatically upload to your Odyssey. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I
I
forgot
don't
I
have-
did that.
I don't. Yeah, so I don't have Odyssey. I only have Third Railify on Rumble, on YouTube, and on Twitter. That's all I have at Third Railify. I don't have Odyssey.
We totally derailed. What did she send? I don't want to derail her contribution.
Oh, yes.
Didn't
This
we
ad-
look her up and discover that she's quite pretty? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yes. I don't know. You may have looked her up because you're a creep, but she had a normal profile pic here. So
Yeah, I
that's
think
probably
I
where it
did.
was.
I think I looked her up. I'm like, wow, she's actually very, very attractive. I am in no way a creep.
So this this is Marjorie Taylor Greene's, not the parody, the actual account. This aired 9 years ago on CBS.
You know, they were talking about climate change yesterday, and now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right. Lasers now could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York.
Michio
Professor,
Kaku.
nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing
I'll
how
remember it because his last name's Cock.
isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they did not get into this discussion
No.
though, but it is fascinating. I mean, lasers really to change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate
trillion watt. That's
rain
what I was thinking of.
clouds and actually bring down
Mark
lightning.
Twain's actually a tugboat reference. His name's Sam Clemens.
Experimental. However, in the laboratory so far, it works. When you have water vapor and you have dust particles or ice crystals, you can precipitate rain. It condenses around the seeds. These seeds can also be created by laser beams. By firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions. And these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning. Go ahead.
Well, this is fascinates me in part because too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War to wash out the Viet Cong. Governments have been playing with this.
That's the long raining scene in Forrest Gump. You lean your head against the back of mine, then we don't have to sleep in the mud.
Well,
With weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam.
So what does it mean for drought areas that need to have rain for crops? And if they don't have them, there's the consequences of famine.
Well, the bad news is if it's a clear blue sky, it's not going to do anything at all because it only takes water vapor that's already in the air and condenses it. However, for floods, for agriculture, farmers, for people planning wedding parties, football games, you name it, outdoor events and agriculture and flooding and even hurricanes, all of them could be subject to weather modification.
Incredibly
Interesting. Even hurricanes, eh?
Yeah, and you know what? If you listen carefully, I swear the first time when she starts talking, she says climate change. Like almost like a Freudian slip.
I heard that.
Did you guys see the? Maybe I can find it. Joe Biden actually says that he is gonna speed up the. Oh, here it is. Fucking quiet though. Goodness. Let me bring this bad boy up. He's somewhere addressing something, but listen to him say that he's going to make the weather worse.
I also convened my entire cabinet as part of a whole of government response. And that response is to increase the number and intensity of the extreme weather events and be where we're going to be used.
That response is going to be to increase the amount of and the extreme weather events. He's going to do it. What are you going to do? Turn HARP up to 11?
Do you think, hold on, just like suppose they actually had this sinister plan, which is the suggestion here, they wouldn't tell him because he'd just so easily fucking blurt it out.
I know.
Maybe that's his role.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not the real Joe Biden anyways. Like, they're not
How
the same
deep down the rabbit hole are we going? Is that where we go? Is he a rubber mask clone or is he, what is he?
I don't know. His ears are
I've
weird.
seen him with the rubber mask, like where he's pulling on his neck, stretching it back out.
Yeah, but
I
I've seen
have
old
the
people
video
like
clip.
just like
Do you want the video clip? It's real short. I can get it right now.
you can. I've seen it, but for the benefit of everyone,
But
we
no,
gotta wrap it shortly though.
All right. Well, then play one thing for me.
Okay, while you guys are doing that, I'm using this as a moment to get out of here. You guys.
No, you're not allowed to leave yet.
I have to go to bed, man.
I know. I'll see you there, Pookie. But will you play? Will you play the stupid little video I made that actually has you guys in it?
This isn't my stream. I'm just a guest.
No, it doesn't matter. He's in the video, so it's relevant.
Who's in the video?
What
Danny's
channel?
in the video.
It should just be like, just scroll up. It's right before the sticks links.
Anyways,
okay.
on this note, everyone who
Nope.
doesn't follow me, do so at Third Railify on YouTube, on Rumble, and on Twitter. And I love you all. Thanks for being here
Good,
while we had
good,
this
I'm gonna-
show of a stream. I'm gonna go. They're gonna
No,
stay.
no,
You
right here,
stay
right here.
too. Anyways,
this
that one right
peace out,
there.
everybody. I love you all.
Shut up, John. Look who it is.
House mirror where
Oh,
very pretty lady.
Hear your names. Mr. Brown, Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Because you're a faggot, all right?
God, he's a cunt. This is Canada. Yay, we're all gonna be gay today. That's what we do.
Fuck you, buddy.
Your celebrity days are over, pal.
you remember when he used to have him and Jordan Peterson?
All right, then. We're out, guys. Thank you
Yeah,
for
you're
joining
Mr.
us.
Blue. You're Mr. Blue.
We'll see you again soon.